Hello, sports fans. This is Robert Kiyosaki, the Rich Dad Company, and I'm going to be talking to Russell Brunson, very brilliant young guy, and how his products and all that are working with us, making financial education more available, more affordable throughout the world. But also, on a personal side, what Russell's work does, his software does, is he saves us a lot of money, and we also make money. What a novel idea. So before I begin, I want to give you a little context from my point of view on the world today. When I was Russell's age, I said, God, I'm so sick and tired of listening to old guys. Old guys telling me what to do. I said, I can't wait to get old so I can tell young guys what to do. Now I'm old, and now the young guys are telling me what to do. And the reason for that is we've shifted from the industrial age to the information age. I'm functionally obsolete. I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea what Russell is doing. I have no idea what the younger guys in the Rich Dad Company are doing. I'm just glad they're doing it. But they don't try and talk to me or tell me what they're doing because my brain is like a dinosaur, a Tyrannosaurus Rex. So anyway, all my dreams of telling young people what to do are over. I now take orders from younger guys, which is the good thing, because as I said, what Russell is doing is that he's saving the Rich Dad Company a lot of money, making the Rich Dad Company more effective, and making money. And I'm very happy to say that Russell's dad, probably younger than me, but he probably gave Russell the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, which
This is the one.
Russell's viewpoint on the world of business and life and money. So it comes full circle. I'm glad, thank your dad for giving you my book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And so I'm going to let Russell explain what he's doing for the Rich Dad Company because I have no idea what they're doing. I am an obsolete. I'm still using dial phones. That's how bad I am. So with that, here's Russell Brunson. Russell, what are you doing for the Rich Dad Company?
That's awesome. First off, this is a huge honor for me. Like you mentioned, my dad gave me your book about 12 years ago, and I was in college. I wasn't reading anything at the time, and I started reading it one night, and I stayed the whole night, read the whole thing. Next morning, I woke up. I told my wife, like, we're gonna buy real estate. And so within a week, we had purchased our first duplex, and I lived in half, and we rented out the other half, and
Very smart.
That started my whole entrepreneurial journey. So I have a huge debt of gratitude to you, and just this is so exciting for me. But for me, like we have done real estate stuff, but for me, I got excited by the internet and just all the different opportunities that were there. And for the next 10 or 11 years of my life, I was building these little websites, kind of like real estate. I look at them like virtual real estate. These little website properties that would make anywhere from some of my small ones to make $20 or $30 a day, and some of the big ones started making thousands of dollars a day. And I started building up a whole bunch of these, and I looked at like my own little virtual real estate empire, and that was kind of my thought behind it, because I was like, I got nervous, like getting loans and bankers and all these kind of things, and I could build a website for a lot less, and so that's what we did for a long time.
Well, a website is property. It's called intellectual property.
Yeah.
And real estate is called real property.
Yeah.
So it's property. It's just a different dimension.
Yeah. And it's cool. But when we were doing it for a long time, we would do it, but it costs, like, I had to have programmers and designers, and just like, if I'm building a real property, I've got to have, construction guys and plumbers and like all this stuff that goes into it. And it was really hard for me because I'm not a technical person at all. And about 2.5 years ago, I partnered with some of my friends, and we built this software called ClickFunnels. And that's what we're going to be talking about on the webinar today. But it gave me the ability, without any technical or design skills, to build online properties in things that used to take me. It would take us 3 or 4 months with a whole team of people to do. Now I can do this. I can do it all by myself in an afternoon. And so we gave access to your team, and it's been fun watching them build out these little virtual real estate properties. They're making you guys money now, and that's what this whole web class that we're going to be going through is showing that. And it's cool because, as you know, and I'm a huge follower of yours. I listen to your radio show. Like, we're in a scary time, right? There's all this fear and uncertainty, and like, we don't know what's going to happen. And And the coolest thing about this is it gives us the ability to create things that can become cash producing assets without having a ton of risk, a whole bunch of money and loans and things into it. You can do it really simple and really easy from your computer, sitting at home or sitting at an office, or goofing off on vacation or whatever you want to do. And it makes it really, really easy. So that's kind of what we're gonna be talking about. What we're gonna be showing everyone is how that all works.
Well, congratulations. Like I said, or as alluding to, if not for my rich dad, I would be in my poor dad. I'd be out of work. Mm-hmm. I'd be counting on the stock market and a 401k and be worried sick. I'd be saving money when the banks today are printing money. How stupid is that? Or we put money in the bank and, when I was your age, I could put $1 million in the bank. The bank will pay, let's say, 15% interest. Mm-hmm. And I could live on $150,000 a year. It's not much money, but $150K back in the 70s is a lot of money.
Yeah.
Today, I put $1 million in the bank. I got to pay them $5,000 to hold my money. It's so backwards today. So that's why what you're doing is you're following one of my teachers, Dr. R. Buckminster Fuller, the person that created the geodesic dome. You're following a principle, and that principle is called ephemeralization. Ephemeralization simply means do more with less. So you're becoming a very, very wealthy young man, not only mentally, but also financially. It's because you're following a principle of doing more with less. Like the cell phone, do so much more for so much less. Yeah. And that's why you're going to win. So by, assisting other people, other followers of the Rich Dad message, and teaching them how to do more with less, you're doing what Fuller called the Great Spirit, or God's work. What we're supposed to do at all of us is make our fellow human being richer, not poor. And as you know, the big banks and our governments today, and kleptocracy is when government officials are crooked, is that what you're doing is you're doing God's work by allowing fellow human beings to become richer. Mm-hmm. So I thank you that, and I thank you for your contribution to the Rich Dad Company.
Thank you. Well, I'm excited. Well, so yeah, I'm going to show you the whole point of the web class we're going to do right now is I'm going to show everyone how they can do that. So what's cool is by the time you guys are done for this training, you will literally be able to go out there with no design skills or tech skills and start building these little websites, these little funnels, selling whatever you have. If you've got a book, if you've got a supplement, if you've got an idea, if you've got an information course, like whatever that thing is for you guys, you'll be able to build it with no stress and no headaches that we used to have to do back in the day, which is really, really cool. So
that's called ephemeralization. You're empowering people to do more with less. And that's why you'll be always a rich man. Just follow that. Versus a person who wants to get paid more and do less. There's a lot of guys, those guys do.
Too many of them. Oh, that's great. Well, very cool. Well, should we jump into the slides and we can show everyone what we're talking about?
Sure, please do.
All right, very cool. All right, everybody. So we are officially getting started, and I am so excited to be here. I'm so excited for Rich Dad and the entire team allowing us to present this presentation to you. Now, what I want to mention really quickly is I'm going to be covering a whole bunch of really cool things. So I want to make sure that if you have Skype open, to close it down. If you have Facebook, please close it. Like, turn off your phones, put it in airplane mode, or whatever you need, because I want to make sure that you have a chance and an opportunity to focus for the next 60 to 90 minutes with me, because we're going to be covering a whole bunch of things that could dramatically change your financial future. And some stuff that I'm really excited about. Now, the next thing is here in GoToWebinar, there's a little box. Can you guys all see it there, the little chat box? And you can send me questions and you can comment and let me know, and I can actually see those questions coming in. And so the more you guys comment, the more excited you get, the more excited I'll get, the more fun we're going to have. So real quick, if you guys know, go in that box right there and say, hey, Russell, and let me know where you're from. That way I can just see that you guys are all here, that you're as engaged as I am, and that we are all on the same page. All right, cool. The comments are coming in like crazy. Awesome. Okay, so with that said, like I said, I'm gonna be, the more you guys interact with me, the better this entire time will be, the more fun we're gonna have. So keep that box open and keep communicating with me as we are going. Now, the title of my presentation today is my weird niche funnel. It's currently making me $17,947 per day. Is that pretty exciting? I don't know about you guys, but like I would be excited by that. But at the same time, like, who cares? Like, who cares how much money Russell's making? That doesn't matter to you, right? The second piece here is more about you, because I'm going to show you that funnel, that website. I'm going to show you what it is and how it works. And the second thing I'm going to show you is how to ethically knock it off in less than 10 minutes. Now, how many of you guys does that part of it get you excited? All right. Yes. Okay. The yeses are coming in. Cool. So that's what we're going to be covering and what we're going to be talking about today. Now, one thing I want to focus on is that I wrote really big here the word ethically. I'm sure you guys can see that there, all caps lock. And I did that on purpose because the stuff I'm going to be showing you guys is powerful. And you could literally, after you see this, you could go and you could knock off any of my sales funnels or any of Robert Kiyosaki's sales funnels, or any of the sales funnels in the world. You guys could literally just go knock them off. And that's not what this is about. We want to share with you guys the way to do this ethically. If you do it ethically, it's really cool. It provides a ton of value to the marketplace, and will make you a bunch of money in the time. So because of that, I need you guys all to make me a promise before we get started. Because if I'm going to show you guys all this stuff, like, I need you guys to commit to me something. And this is what it is. I need you guys to promise me that you're not going to use these powers for evil. Can you give me that promise right now? Go to the question box and say, yes, Russell, I promise. All right. Okay, I wish you guys could see all the comments. I got yes, I got pinky swear, I got promise no evil, no evil. Okay, cool. So, no, obviously I'm kind of joking about that, but at the same time, it's true. Like, what you guys are going to learn in the next 90 minutes will give you the ability to do that. You can look at any website, and in a few minutes, that website could become yours. And so, again, that's the unethical way, and there's a really cool ethical way, and that's what we're going to be focusing on today. And I think you guys are going to love it. So, with that said, I want to just mention about a year ago, one of my now friends named Trey Llewell, and he was on the same webinar you guys are on. He was selling physical products. He had them on Amazon and things like that. And he went through this training webinar. And in the last year, he's gotten the spot. You can see on Facebook, he posted, they ship between 40 and 50,000 units per week. And it all came from what they learned on this webinar, from ClickFunnels, from everything that we are talking about today. And so, just talking about your guys' future, like, where do you want to be in 6 months from now, a year from now? Like, I promise you that Trey, when he was on this exact same webinar that you're on today, he didn't think that in a year he'd be shipping 40 to 50,000 units, but that's where he's at today, you guys. And so that's why this is so important. That's why I want you guys to focus, because this will literally transform your life, just like it has for Trey and for hundreds of other people as well. Okay. Now, one thing I want to stress is that this is my lawyer, and yes, he also plays one on TV. And this is something that I would want to kind of throw out ahead of time. First off, by watching this webinar, you're not going to start magically making $17,947 per day. And I'm pretty sure you guys all knew that and you were aware ahead of time, but I just like to mention that up front. And then the second thing is, I got started online, and after I did my real estate stuff, and I was trying to transition into things that wouldn't cost me so much money to go and invest in buildings and properties and have to do all those kind of things. I was looking for a way to come online. And I started studying all these marketing guys and all these people who were making money online. And I remember back then, my goal was not to become a millionaire or anything like that. My goal was, I just want to cover some bills. Okay, we had a rent payment, we had a car payment, and I had some student loans, and that was it. And I was like, if I can just make enough money to cover my bills, like, I'll be set. So that was my entire goal getting started. And so I started learning from these people. And I remember I was listening in on a teleseminar one day, and this guy was talking about how he was an internet millionaire. I remember thinking, like, that just sounds cool. Like, I would love to be an internet millionaire. I actually wrote that down on a piece of paper, said, I want to be a millionaire. And I was like, well, what would that actually take? At first I was like, there's no way that's not possible for someone like me. Like, I'm barely graduating from school, but what would that look like if I was to do that? And I wrote down $1 million, and I divided it by 365, and I came out with what has become my favorite number, which is $2,739.73 a day. If you make $2,739.73 a day every single day for an entire year, that's $1 million. I thought, cool, what if I could create little virtual real estate properties, little websites, little funnels, and they don't have to make me, $2,000 each, but what if one made me $100 and another one made me $300 a day and one made me $50 a day? Like, what if I started building a bunch of those, and eventually I could get to that spot? And so that was my goal going this initially, just like a lot of people I know who get into real estate, they're thinking about, okay, I want to retire on 30 grand a month. So how many properties I need so the cash flow covers that? Same thing I was thinking is, how many of these little websites will I have to cover that so I'm making $1 million a year? And so, so that's been kind of my journey for the last 10 years, is building these little websites. And some of the ones that I've built, complete flops, never even made a penny. Some of them made little bits of money here and there, but some of them made $20 a day or $50 a day. And I've had some that have made thousands of dollars a day. And I'm going to show you guys the one right now that before we sold that company was making over $17,000 a day. Now, right now, my company, we currently have 27 sales funnels, each making anywhere from $20 a day, like I said, to the big one I'll show you, which makes $17,947 per day. All right. So my goal for this is, I know there's a lot of different people here on the training right now. And so these are my goals. First off, how many of you guys who are on today, you already have a business? You've got something, it could be an online business, could be an offline business, could be doing real estate, could be doing whatever it is, but how many of you guys currently have an active business? Okay, we got a lot of business owners in here. All right, cool. Tons of you guys are business owners. Some of you guys aren't. So if you already have a business, my goal is to show you this process we call funnel hacking. It's going to take whatever business you have and take it to the next level. So what does that mean? Well, for me, when I got started, I got my business about 6 figures a year. And when I learned this concept, I went from 6 to 7 and 7 to 8. Those were the next level for my businesses. So I want to look at wherever your business is at today. This process I'm going to show you guys will help you to dramatically scale that to whatever the next level is for you. Now, how many of you guys don't have a business yet? You're in the startup phase. You're just beginning. Maybe you have an idea, or maybe you're trying to find an idea. How many of you guys are in that phase right now of your business and in your life? All right, questions or the comments are coming through. So we got, okay, cool. A lot of you guys are in the startup phase. Okay, you're just beginners, total newbie. Okay, all right. So for those of you guys who are beginners, this is actually good news. A lot of times people are like, oh, you're a beginner, come back later. No, like this is actually a really, really good thing for you if you are a brand new beginner, because if you are a beginner, a lot of times you don't have the bad habits, and we're gonna be able to build on a solid foundation so that you can be successful in the shortest period of time. So if you don't have a business yet, do not stress. This process is 100% for you. All right, now one thing I wanna mention is, because some of you guys have no idea what I've been talking about up to this point, right? How many of you guys know what a sales funnel is? Okay. All right, we got some yeses, we got some nos, we got some kind ofs. Cool. So I'm going to spend maybe 30 seconds and just explain this really quick. And then as we go deeper in the presentation, I'm going to show you a bunch of sales funnels that should make more sense. But if you look at, the last 10 years, everyone's talking about websites, right? And I'm here to tell you guys today that the era of websites is over. Like it's done. Websites no longer work in any business that you're in. Okay, they're either dead or they're dying a slow death. And there's a time in the near future they will be completely irrelevant. Okay, in a lot of businesses they already are. If you got a website right now, it's not making you any money. This is why. Like it's over. Like we missed that era, right? The future is what we call sales funnels. Now, the first way I found out about these, and I'm gonna show you some of my initial businesses, but I had websites and they were making me money, but then it got harder. More competition came in and ad costs went up, and soon like I couldn't spend money and still be profitable online. And soon shifted from having websites to sales funnels. That's when it became profitable again. So let me kind of show you behind the scenes and you'll see what I'm talking about. So this right here, this is kind of a goofy one, but this was my very first actual website. So I'm from Boise, Idaho. One of the things we have here in Boise are potatoes everywhere, right? Potato gun capital of the world. And when I was learning this internet marketing business, one of my very first little virtual real estate properties, if you want to call it, was a website called How to Make a Potato Gun, and I was selling a DVD teaching people how to make potato guns, and I never made millions of dollars off this thing, but this was one of the sites that was making me $20 or $30 a day when I was in college, which as a college kid is insane, right? And so what I did is I went to Google, and I found that people were searching for potato gun plans. I would bid on those words, and someone would click on that, they'd come to this page and they would buy my DVD, and I would make some money, and it worked for a little while. But then Google got greedy, they started increasing ad costs, and soon I would spend a few dollars in advertising and I would lose money. It was impossible to be profitable, so I had to stop selling this product. And a lot of the other ones that I made kind of like this. And I remember being frustrated because I had this little cash cow, this little ATM machine that was making money for me, and then it went away. And about the same time, I had a lot of other friends who were doing the same thing as me, and they were trying to figure out, like, what's the next evolution? How do we make this work? And one of my friends told me one day, he said, hey, Russell, I figured out a way to make your little businesses profitable again. He said, I started adding upsells, and he called them OTOs, one-time offers. He said, I started adding these little tiny OTOs into my sales process. And what happens, someone would buy my first product, and then the next page, I make them a special one-time offer, and usually it's for a more expensive product. He says, right now, about 20 to 30% of the people who buy my first product are buying my second product. He said, it literally doubled my business. And I was like, are you serious? So I went back to the drawing board just like he said. I went back to my potato gun thing. And I started selling. I made an upsell where for $200 we would sell a potato gun kit. We'd ship them out, the pipes and the glue and the igniter and everything, so they would just have this kit. And so someone would come and they'd buy the DVD, and the next page would say, hey, the DVD is coming out to you. How would you like me to ship you out a potato gun kit as well? Okay, and just like he said, between 20 and 30% of people who bought my DVD started buying this upsell. And suddenly we became profitable again. Suddenly I could spend way more money on advertising and driving traffic, and I made a lot more money. And so that's kind of how this whole thing, this whole funnel concept began for me. So this is the very basic funnel. It's moved from a website to a funnel, to a process I'm taking people through. Now, over the last 10 years doing this, funnels have gotten more complex and more exciting. There's more things we've done. In fact, a couple of years ago, we stumbled upon a new type of sales funnel that we kind of nicknamed a micro continuity funnel. It was just a new way to lay out the pages and to design and to get people into a training program. And so we launched this and we started making tons of money with it. And then because it worked for me, I started sharing with others. And soon we had thousands of students all building little micro continuity funnels and making tons of money with this concept and this process. And so that's kind of what a micro continuity funnel is. But again, there's tons of other types of funnels. In fact, one day I got a call from my friend. He said, "Hey, Russell, I figured out a new kind of funnel." I'm like, "Really? What's it called?" He said, "Well, I call it an automated evergreen webinar funnel." Now, at the time, nobody had ever heard of these. Today, people do them all the time, right? There's webinars that seem live, but they're not actually live. But he was the first one to ever do it. And he said, "This is how it works." He showed me the process, and I looked how cool it was. And then he told me how much money he was making from this process. And I was like, "Are you kidding me? Like, I never in a million years would have ever dreamt of that." And I said, I have a webinar that I do. I do it once every month or so because it's hard to do all the time. I said, "Do you mind if I model this process? You've proven it works. You've proven that this email sequence and these pages and this layout work. Can I model it?" He said, "Yeah, definitely, go for it." So I modeled his process as close as I could. I took my webinar, I plugged it into that. We launched it, and within 90 days, we made $1 million from that one webinar. Is that crazy? Now, I don't tell you that to say that you're going to make $1 million if you make an automated webinar. That's not at all what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that by modeling someone's process, it was already proven. I just had to plug in my sales message, my content, my things into this process. And because it had already proven to work, it just worked. Okay, and so that's the power behind these funnels. Now, over the last 10 years of doing this, you guys, I've done a lot of things right, but I've also done a lot of things wrong. So my goal during the next 90 minutes is to help you guys focus on just the right things and skip the wrong things. And if you do that, it's going to dramatically shortcut your success. Okay, now I've become obsessed with this, as you can probably tell. Like, this is my life, this is my world. All I do is stand in front of whiteboards mapping out funnels all day long because it's so much fun. But I've become obsessed, and all this cool stuff we've learned I want to share with you guys. Now, can you guys all see my screen right here? I want to make sure that everybody can see it. All right, cool, you guys can see it. So on the screen here, you can see this is what my supplement funnel we created looks like. Now, this is a supplement funnel selling a supplement we created to help people with diabetic neuropathy. And so I thought it'd be fun to print out all the sales letters and put them up here on the wall, so you can kind of see them all right there. So that is our sales funnel. And so those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, those 8 pages right now, you guys, before we sold this company, we're making this over $17,000 per day. Is that cool? But the reality is, it looks easy. Like, wow, Russell, 8 pages, I could do that. Like, it's really easy, right? But to build this right here, you guys, it took us a lot of time. It was hard. And if you've ever struggled to be successful online, it's because you probably went through it the same way I built this one. Okay, and I call it the hard way, aka what everybody's been forced to do for the past 10 years. So I'm gonna walk you guys through the process of what has to happen to build one of these. But before you get stressed out and say, "You know what, Russell, this sounds like way too much work, I'm done," I want to give you good news. Is afterwards, I'm going to show you guys what I call the easy way. In fact, I'm going to actually build out a sales funnel with you guys. It's not going to take months. We're going to do it in about 10 minutes. Okay. But first off, I'm going to walk you through the process of how we used to do these things in the past. So the first thing we have to do is we have to design the actual funnel, right? So that's where I do the strategy. Like, what's the layout? What's the upsells and the downsells? And what's everything going to look like? Okay, that's my favorite part. So first we design the funnel. Then the second thing is I had to hire somebody to write the copy. So the copy is all the words on all the pages and all the sales videos and all the letters. Like, I had to hire someone. Now, I didn't know anything about diabetic neuropathy other than it was a really good market to get into. So I didn't know how to write the sales letters for these. So I had to hire a copywriter, and I hired a guy who was really good, and it was expensive. It cost me $20,000 to write the copy. So I got the copy. After the copy was done, he basically emailed me a Microsoft Word document. It was like, "Hey, here's your copy." I'm like, "This is a Word document. What am I supposed to do with this?" So then I had to hire a designer to take this Word document and design it and make it look like an actual website. So he designed it, made it look amazing, and then sent me the PSDs in an email, the Photoshop files. I'm like, okay, how do I get this online? So now I had to hire a website designer to take the Photoshop files, slice them up, and actually get them online so they were a real website. Then when that was done, I went to the website and it didn't work. I couldn't buy anything. So then I had to hire a programmer to connect the shopping carts and the one-click upsells and the autoresponders and all the techie nerdy stuff. Then I had to hire an analytics person. So when all was said and done, my upfront cost for this funnel alone, you guys, was $29,000. Is that crazy? Like, I could buy a brand new car for the same cost that it costs to make this. But the worst thing for me wasn't the $29,000. The worst thing for me is that we had already pre-ordered all these supplements. They were sitting in a warehouse gathering dust for 8 weeks. It took us 8 weeks to create this. And this is my team who's pretty talented at doing these things. That's how long it took. Okay, and so if you've ever struggled in the past, it's probably because that's what it used to take. It used to take 20 to 30 grand plus 2 or 3 months to build one sales funnel, okay? But the good news, you guys, like I said, is that there is a better way. In fact, I'm gonna build an entire funnel with you guys live here in just 10 minutes. You're gonna see behind the scenes of how we do it today. And like I said, it's really exciting. You're gonna love it. All right, so again, one last time, I've been doing this for over 10 years and I've discovered the hard way. But because you guys are here today, because you took the leap of faith, you have a chance to actually cheat and just get it the easy way. So I'm curious, how many of you guys want it the easy way? If you want the easy way, go to the question box and say, Russell, I want the easy way. Give me the easy way. All right, you guys are you're just like me. You want the easy way. Cool. So that's the game plan. We're going to show you guys the easy way. Now, I'm going to show you guys today during this presentation what I call the 3 secrets of funnel hacking. So secret number 1, I'm going to show you guys how to ethically steal over $1 million worth of funnel hacks from your competitors for under $100. How many of you guys want to learn about that one right there? All right. I wish you guys could see the comments. You guys are going nuts. Okay, so that's number 1. Secret number 2 is what I call funnel cloning. So after you guys have ethically stole all the funnel hacks from your competitors, then I'm going to show you how to then clone their proven funnel inside of a tool I call ClickFunnels in less than 10 minutes. And the secret number 3, I'm going to show you guys my number 1 traffic hack. I'm going to show you guys how to get the exact same customers who are currently going to your competitors' sales funnels start coming to your funnels instead. So that's what we're gonna cover today. So I'm gonna jump right in. So secret number 1, how to ethically steal over $1 million worth of funnel hacks from your competitors for under $100. So let me show you how this works. First thing you have to understand, I learned this from Tony Robbins. He said, if you want to achieve success, all you need to do is find a way to model those who've already succeeded. That makes perfect sense, right? I was thinking back in my life about the things that I've done that I've had success with. And the first was, when I grew up, I wanted to be a wrestler. The problem was I wasn't very good at first. I went to a bunch of matches. I got beat up all the time. My little brother actually used to beat me. And I just wasn't very good. And I remember that I wanted to be, and I remember thinking like, I gotta find people who are really good and I need to model those people. So my dad used to go and he would videotape the guys on our team who were really, really good. He'd videotape them, then we would go back at night, we'd watch the videotapes, and my dad and I would practice those moves. We'd be modeling what the really good guys were doing. Okay, and then after a while, I started going to bigger tournaments. I find the best guys in the state. I record them, and we go back and we model what they're doing. In a very short period of time, I went from being a bad wrestler to becoming a state champ, to becoming an All-American in high school, and becoming getting a college scholarship, and being one of the top 10 wrestlers in the country. Now, the same thing happened to me when I started my business. I am not a business guy by any stretch of the imagination. I barely graduated from college, but when I got online, I saw people were making money, and I wanted to make money as well. But I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know anything about websites. I'm not a techie person. I was like, there are people making insane amounts of money. I got to figure this out. So I found people who were already successful. I watched what they were doing, and I modeled it as close as I could. And within a year of graduating from college, I'd made over $1 million online. Isn't that crazy? But the same thing is true with sales funnels. For some reason, entrepreneurs think we have to be creative, and they try to be all amazing and creative. But the reality is you don't. You got to find people who are already successful and model them. Now, every time I share this with an audience, I always get somebody comes up to me like, "Well, Russell, that sounds really cool, but I figured out a better way. I've had this market that nobody's ever touched before, and I think I can do this, and it'll be better." And every time someone says that, I kind of smile, and I tell them the same thing. I say, look, you can always tell who the pioneers are because they have arrows in their back and they're lying face down in the dirt, okay? And it's true if you think about it. Like, you can go out there, I always say, like, entrepreneurs are like the most amazing people in the world. Entrepreneurs will change. They're the only people right now in the world that change the world. It's not politicians, it's entrepreneurs, right? And if you think about this, like, the reason why most entrepreneurs aren't successful is that one of two things happen. Either they run out of money or they run out of time before their vision's ever executed, right? And so for you to go and try to be creative and try to do these things, you're gonna get so many arrows in the back, it's almost impossible to succeed. And so you've got to start modeling those who are successful. First time I really ever got this, I was at a seminar, and at the seminar, there was this guy on stage. His name was Porter Stansberry, and Porter works for a company called Agora Publishing. I'm sure some of you guys are familiar with Agora, but they sell almost $1 billion a year selling financial newsletters, okay? And Porter runs the biggest division. It's called Stansberry Research, and he's up there on stage showing his sales funnel. I'm just, totally geeking out in the back of the room, my little kid in the back, taking notes as fast as I can, and he's talking a mile a minute, going through everything and their stats and their numbers, and all of a sudden he stops. He says, you know what's interesting? He He said, every single year, people see what we're doing, how much money we're making. They want to come and compete against us. Just as they come in and so the first thing that they do is they try to undercut our pricing. They're like, hey, Gore's pricing it here. This price is a little bit cheaper and we're going to take all their markets. They try to undercut us in pricing. He's like, but we've tested that. It's impossible. He's like, in the traffic sources that we get traffic from, it's impossible to be profitable at that price point. And so then they figure that out really quick and they try something else. They try to charge a different way or do different funnel. They try all sorts of different things. He says, don't you understand? We are Agora Publishing. We have hundreds of people on staff who all they do all day long is test and tweak and change things. We have literally hundreds of millions of arrows in our back. He said, if you want to try to compete with Agora Publishing, you can't try to beat us, you've got to copy us. And that's when I had my aha moment. I had my epiphany thinking, wow, I can't compete with those guys. But the coolest thing about the internet is that everything's out there. I just got to figure out where they're at today, figure out all the stuff that they've learned and just go right to there and model them from there. And I just saved myself millions of arrows that I would have had to go through. Okay, you guys getting this? So that's the first thing you got to understand about funnel hacking. Now, the first step now is you got to figure out like what business do you want to be in, right? Do you want to be selling supplements? Do you want to be selling information products? Like whatever business you want to be in, the first step then is to find someone who's already successful in that business. Don't go wandering into business that you're like, hey, guess what? There's nobody here. I'm going to be the first person. That's the wrong way. You got to find someone who's already successful. So you find someone. So when we launched our supplement company, the first thing we did was we found someone who's successful. We found this company right here. They were selling a similar product called neuropathy support formula. And we looked at that and said, okay, and I did some research and I found out these guys are making about $100,000 a month at the time selling the supplement. I thought, cool, they've proven this market works. Now my first thought was, man, I look at this page and I'm like, this is the ugliest website I think I've ever seen ever, right? How many of you guys agree with me this is a pretty ugly website? Yeah, like it's all purple and like lots of words. I'm like, this cannot work. There's no way. And so first I was like, you know what? I'm smarter than these guys. I'm going to do it my own way. But luckily for me, I stopped and I said, you know what? I don't know this market. I've never sold to this demographic before. Just maybe these guys have figured some things out. Maybe they've had some arrows in their back. So instead of me trying to reinvent the wheel, I'm just going to model what they've already proven. So we model what they did. Now, notice I said model. We didn't copy anything, right? I didn't copy their sales letters. That's completely unethical. I modeled the look and the feel and the layout and their pricing strategies, okay? They had a logo in the top left-hand corner. I have a logo in my top left-hand corner. They got a phone number. I got a phone number. They got a long-form sales letter. I have a long-form sales letter. They got a picture of their bottle. I have a picture of my bottle, right? I modeled their look, their feel, their price points because they had proven that this worked. So we modeled as close as we could. We wrote our own sales letter, our own product. We launched it. And what was cool is in a very short period of time, this little website started making about $20,000 a month for me. So I was pretty excited with that at first, but I was like, I want to figure out how to make this bigger and how to make it better. Like, what else are these guys doing that I'm missing? So I went back to their website. I did something that every good entrepreneur has to become good at doing. I pulled my wallet out of my pocket. I opened it up. I pulled a credit card out and I bought their product. Okay? Because I want to see behind the scenes. Like if they're making $100,000 a month, I'm only making 20. What are they doing different? Now, unfortunately for me and also for them, they weren't doing anything else. Okay, they just been around long. They built a big customer base, but that was about it. I thought, man, there's got to be someone else out there having success. And so I started looking around. And eventually, I found this guy right here. And I met the guy who owned the site, started talking to him. And they were doing about they were doing $3 million a month, $36 million a year selling their supplement. I thought, wow, like, what are they doing different? Like, they're crushing it. I got to figure this out. So I went to their website. And then I watched this video they had, and I clicked on the add to cart button. The next page, they had this big long form order form. They sold 1, 3, or 4 bottles. And then I did what every good entrepreneur has to become good at doing. I pulled my wallet out of my pocket. I opened it up, pulled my credit card out, and I bought their product. Okay, I gotta see what's happening behind the scenes. I need to see the full sales funnel. So I bought their product, and on the next page, they had an upsell for 6 more bottles of the exact same thing I had just purchased. And I remember looking at that thinking, are they crazy? They think I'm a drug addict? I just bought 4 bottles. You sell me 6 more bottles. Like, you guys are crazy. And at first I was like, these guys have no idea what they're talking about. Like, I have a way better idea for what my upsell could be. And then luckily for me, I stopped and I said, they're making $3 million a month. Like, maybe, just maybe they've got some arrows in their back. Maybe they know something I don't know. Like, maybe just assume that this is thought through and it's been tested. And went through the rest of their funnel and I saw their funnel. And this is it, these 5 pages, you guys making them $3 million a month. Now, was that worth me spending $100 or so to buy the product? Yeah, so I look at that, and this is now the blueprint. Like, this is what I need to create, something like this. This is the model. I have a perfect working model of a business that's making $3 million a month that I can now use. So the third step in the process is to sketch that out. So for me, I opened my whiteboard, I sketched out, and said, boom, this is what I need to create. That's what my future business will look like if I want this thing to grow. So I sketch out the blueprint, and then the last step is that I then build that funnel in ClickFunnels. So we went back to the drawing board and we started rebuilding the funnel, and page 1 looked like theirs. They had a video, so I have a video. They add to cart button, I had an add to cart button. I had an upsell, I had 1, 3, and 4 bottles just like they did. I copied their pricing strategy identically. Then I upsold 6 more bottles of the same product, and I had the rest of my funnel. And so I modeled the look and the feel and the layout. But again, I didn't copy anything. It was my sales video, it was my product, my everything else. But I modeled the process because they'd proven this process worked. So we took this, we went and we rolled it out, and our little neuropathy business that was making $20,000 a month, almost overnight went to $20,000 a day. Is that crazy? You guys getting how this process works? The coolest thing about this, guys, is that my total investment to learn all that was $100. I had to buy their product. I had to be willing to invest a little bit of money to see what they already knew, and then we just funnel hacked it. We modeled it. Okay. Now, I want to show you guys a quick story. This is one of my friends, Drew. He owns a company called Organifi, and they're about to launch a new supplement. And they invited me to come out and kind of consult them on what we learned, what they were doing. And so went out there for a day and kind of mapped out the process and helped them with their supplement funnel. And I want you to hear in their own words what happened after this process was over. And so this is a guy on the team named Jamel, and Jamel's going to tell you his own words exactly what happened. Now, obviously, we're streaming this through GoToWebinar, so the video's going to be a little bit choppy. It's kind of in a dark room, so I don't want you to so much watch it, but listen to what Jamel says, because when you get this, you guys, it'll unlock so much for you. So let's watch this video really quick.
So really quick backstory. I had a chance to go out and spend a little while with these guys in their company, and they were about to launch a new supplement, and they're like, hey, look at our funnel, what should we do? And I was like, just copy mine. It works really, really good. So I'd love for you to kind of talk about what happened when you guys did your funnel and then some of the results that have happened since then.
Yeah, I'd like to re-emphasize his point about just cloning and copying and modeling what works. So we are a digital product company. We have information products, coaching products, and we were doing about $1 million a year. And I manage all the sales funnels and sales optimization, and we were going to come out with a physical product line. And we're like, who's done this before? Who's been really successful? We reached out to Russell. He helped us model exactly NerdSell. Actually, it's funny because I'm looking at what you modeled, and I had the exact same reaction. The first upsell that we have in place is more of the same thing that they just bought. And we were like, well, that doesn't make any sense. So we sold them a bottle of our new product called Organifi. Our first one-time offer was 3 more bottles after they already bought that. And the take rate was like 20 or 30%. Then we thought, Russell actually mentioned, we should implement subscription on everything. So we had 3 options. We modeled exactly Russell's first sales page. 1 bottle, 3 bottles, 4 bottles. Modeled his pricing, 47, 129, 149, exactly the same. Sorry for stealing everything, but it works.
I love it. It's still away.
Yeah. And then once we implemented all the pieces, in actually like a week, which is crazy, we matched his results. We're doing, am I allowed to say the numbers? Or? Yeah.
I hope so. I want to hear them.
Yeah.
Who wants to hear his numbers?
Yeah.
I want to hear his numbers. Let's hear them.
So the first day that we opened up the gates, we did 12,000 in sales. The second day we did 34,000. The third day we did 36,000. And that was just, opening the gates. And every single day after that, we've done around 15 to 20,000 because of the way that the funnels are structured. So it's really exciting, and we owe a lot to Russell. I mean, he came out, he helped us with our funnels, he broke down everything we were doing wrong, everything we were doing right, and showed us exactly what they did, and we just copied it, and it works. So
that's awesome. Give him a round of applause.
So thank you, Russell. Yeah.
All right, you guys getting this? Like, is this I hope that this is giving you guys some aha moments right now. All right, I want to stress that this does work for supplement funnels. But every time I share it, someone's like, "Well, Russell, that's cool, but I don't sell a supplement. Like, what should I do?" Okay, so the cool thing is that this does work for supplement funnels, but it also works for coaching funnels, for info product funnels, for e-commerce funnels, for network marketing funnels, for affiliate funnels for real businesses. It works for all types of funnels and all types of businesses. For example, how many of you guys right now are either a coach or you would like to become a coach someday? It could be like a business coach, a finance coach, a health coach, a life coach, like any kind of coach. How many of you guys are a coach or you would like to become a coach someday? All right, we got a lot of coaches on the line today. All right, cool. So if you're a coach or you would like to become a coach, you might want to funnel hack my coaching funnel. This coaching funnel, we tested and tweaked everything we could dream of for 18 straight months. This funnel currently makes me between $70,000 and $100,000 per week, every single week, like clockwork. So if you're a coach or you want to become a coach, you should probably funnel hack and you should probably model my coaching funnel. How many of you guys now are selling information products or you would like to? It could be a how-to guide, it could be DVDs, it could be seminars, it could be whatever. How many of you guys are selling information products or you would like to? All right, we got a bunch of you guys selling info products. Cool. So earlier this year, I launched my very first book, and I spent a ton of time modeling a whole bunch of things. And this is my info product funnel. Now, we launched my book through this funnel. We sold over 30,000 copies month number 1, which is pretty cool. But consistently right now, this funnel right here makes between $4,000 and $5,000 per day, every single day, like clockwork, and has for almost a year now. So if you're selling information products or you'd like to sell info products, you should probably funnel hack one of my info product funnels. Okay, we've tested these things. We know what works. Just plug in your product, your concept into these funnels. How many of you guys are selling physical products, selling stuff on Amazon or things like that? Okay, the fastest growing segment in my business right now are people who sold stuff on Amazon, they're having success, and then one of their friends gets shut down or they're nervous or whatever, and so they want to take their Amazon businesses into funnels. And so we do that all day long. I can't tell you how many successful students we have who were selling stuff on Amazon. Now they turn those into Amazon funnels. And this is an example of one of my Amazon funnels. We had this really cool e-commerce product we sold on Amazon forever, and we took it and we made a funnel out of it, and it's been hugely successful for us. How many of you guys are network marketing or MLM, whatever you want to call it, or home-based business or affiliate marketing, okay? I know there's a lot of you guys. So I'm actually the #1 money earner right now in 2 different network marketing companies. Nobody even knows I'm part of them because I do it all through funnels. So this is one of my network marketing funnels. So if you're network marketing, this is a great way to get leads without talking to your friends or your family and actually build out a business where you can kind of be behind the scenes. How many of you guys have real actual businesses? You're a financial planner, a chiropractor, a dentist, a doctor, a restaurant owner, whatever it is. All right, we got a lot of you guys. So I always put real in parentheses. My friends who have real businesses always tease me like, Russell, you're an internet guy. Like, of course the funnels work for you. But how's it work for me? So this is one of my friends. He's a chiropractor. And he asked me, I said, look, he's like, how do these funnels work for someone like me? I said, well, you already have funnels right now in your business, whether you know it or not. How do you get clients? And he walked me through the process he was using right now to get clients offline. I said, there's your funnel. We just need to replicate that online. So we built out a very similar process that he does offline, online. We set up some Facebook ads. And right now, this little funnel brings him 10 new clients a week. Okay, without him having to go knock doors or do any of the grunt work that typically he would have to do in the past to get clients. Okay, so it doesn't matter what kind of business you're in, you guys, there's a funnel for you. I promise you that. So next question, I can already see you guys asking me in the question box, is where do I find a good funnel? And after I find one, how do I know how much money they're actually making, right? You don't want to funnel hack someone that's broke, am I right? Like, that's like the worst possible thing on earth, right? So, and there's a lot of ways you can do it. I'll show you one of my favorite ways. The first step is there's a website that I use a lot, and it's called clickbank.com. How many of you guys have heard of ClickBank before? If you've heard of it, say yes in the box. We got some yeses, some nos. All right, cool. The cool thing about ClickBank is that inside their marketplace, they have over 100,000 successful sales funnels from almost every market you can dream of, from weight loss to dating advice to business to coaching, even chicken coops. Okay. Now, I thought this was a joke. I went to the site. I was like, how to build your own custom chicken coops weekend. And I thought it was a joke. So I contacted him. I'm like, is this like a real thing? And he's like, yeah. He's like, I'm killing it with it. And he showed me the stats and numbers. They're making $12,000 a month with this chicken coop funnel. So I don't care if you're selling anything from dating advice to chicken coops to how to make money to whatever it is that you want to sell. I guess you'll probably find a successful funnel on ClickBank you can funnel hack. So first step, you go to clickbank.com. At the top, there's a button that says Marketplace. You click on the Marketplace tab, and it's going to take you to this Marketplace. We'll show you all 100,000 successful sales funnels. And the coolest thing is it breaks it down by categories, and it lists them by what's selling the most today. So in this image here, I clicked on the health and fitness category, and the very top product here is called the Venus Factor. So the Venus Factor is the #1 selling product in health and fitness on ClickBank right now. And so that's how I find a successful sales funnel. Okay, now some of you guys might be wondering, I don't know how much money they're making. And the reality is, you never really know for sure. I don't know the Venus Factor guys. They're not going to tell me their stats and their numbers, but we can look at things like this and kind of ballpark it, right? So for example, I had a friend last year, his business got to be the #1 spot in health and fitness category on ClickBank. He was there for about 6 months. When he was there, he was making between $40,000 and $50,000 a day. Is that crazy? It makes my little supplement funnel look like I have training wheels on. Like, it's completely crazy, but that's what he was doing. And so I don't know how much you guys are making, but it's a lot. right? And so then a little while ago, I actually had a chance to go to lunch with the owner and the CEO of ClickBank. And I asked those guys, I was like, hey, I have a question for you. I was like, I know you probably can't tell me, but if you could tell me, like, how much money is Venus Factor making? And he said, he laughed, like, I can't tell you that, Russell. I'm like, I know, but like, I'm just curious, like, just give me a ballpark figure. And he's like, I can't do that. I'm like, I know. But, and I said, you know, so-and-so was making about 50 grand a day when he was in that spot. Like, are they close to that? Are they more than that, less than that? And he kind of smiled and he said, Russell, they're more than double that right now. I said, are you kidding me? It's $100,000 a day or more that they're currently making by being in that spot. Okay, so that's how we find successful. Isn't that amazing though? Like, it's just cool to know that's actually happening out there. That's even a possibility. Okay, so step one is finding the funnel. After we have that, step number two, we have to do what all good entrepreneurs have to become good at doing. You have to pull out your wallet and buy their product. So I went to venusfactor.com and I funnel hacked them. I bought their product. I saw the first product was $47, the upsell was $37, then it was $79 and $19.95. I bought all the products so I could see also, like, how did they package it? Because I don't know how to make a weight loss product. Okay, I want to see what they actually did. They made 143 videos, and then the upsell was an ebook, and then like I want to see how they package stuff. So I funnel hack them, I buy it, and now I know exactly what they're doing to be successful, right? So after I bought it, then the next step is I sketch out their funnel. So I know, like, this right here, after I see this, this is the blueprint of what I got to create if I want to be successful in that market. Okay, so I sketch out the blueprint, and boom, now I have something to create. Now I've got a blueprint to work off of. Okay, a lot of times if someone wants to build a house, they don't just go and start nailing boards together. They hire an architect, they build out a blueprint, and then they go and they create that. That's what we're doing. We're building out the blueprint. Now we've got a blueprint, and now we got something to build. And that, my friends, that's secret number one. I just showed you how to ethically steal over $1 million worth of funnel hacks from your competitors for under $100. How many of you guys are excited right now? All right, and that's just step number one. I hope I'm fired up for you guys. Okay, let's transition now. So step number two, now that we got a funnel that we found, the second thing I want to talk about is a concept we call funnel cloning. So now I'm going to show you guys how to then clone their proven funnel inside of ClickFunnels in less than 10 minutes. Okay, so the first thing is I take this funnel that I've sketched out. This is my blueprint. This is what the architects have given me, right, to go build. I take this blueprint, and then the past what I do is I have a meeting with my designers and my webmasters and my programmers, my analytics people. I say, this is the blueprint. Go to work. And seriously, sometimes it took as long for them to build a funnel as it would take somebody to build a house. I'm like, this can't be that hard. But they would take them 2 or 3 months. They go and they build the whole thing. Then we'd have a sales funnel we could launch and start making money with it. But the problem is that was just too long. It took a long time, and it was hard. It was expensive. It was frustrating. So I'm here to tell you guys something exciting. There is a new way. There is a better way, and it's through a tool that we created called ClickFunnels. I'm curious, how many of you guys have ever heard of ClickFunnels before? How many of you guys have ever used ClickFunnels? All right, we got some yeses. We got some of you guys said you just signed up today. Yeah, okay, cool. And some of you guys never heard. Okay, cool. So we got kind of a wide range. So what I'm gonna do right now is, I'm obviously a super fan of ClickFunnels. I talk about it every single day. I spend almost the majority of my day all day inside of ClickFunnels. I'm literally obsessed with it, but I don't want you to take my word for it. I want to share with you guys a really quick video from one of our members who is just like you. He's got a message. He's got something he's trying to share with the world. And I want you to hear what he has said about ClickFunnels.
Hello, my name is Garrett J. White, the Master Coach Mentor and founder of Wake Up Warrior Academy. And I will tell you this right now. We have tested with platforms. We have tested everything. I have attempted for the past 6 years to use every available software tool I could find that made it simpler for me to share my message. And it started with WordPress, and then it went plugins, and then Optimized Press, and then we went to Kajabi, and then we went to Lead Pages. And these are all wonderful. Know the owners of these guys are fantastic. The software tools were amazing. When ClickFunnels came out, I was like, dude, I cannot handle another software tool. I don't give a shit. We're just gonna manage our stuff between Lead Pages and Kajabi. And then my friend said, just test it, just try it out. And I went to ClickFunnels, and no bullshit. Like, every software increment over the last 5 years has been not a quantum shift in what you can do with the tool to get your message out to the marketplace. They've been incremental. So like, there's been a move from Kajabi to Lead Pages, or from Optimized Press to Kajabi, and they were these segmented steps that had slight improvements that made it easier. ClickFunnels, though, came out of nowhere. They took the marketplace by storm, just like Apple did when they first launched the iPhone. It was not a linear move anymore. It was a quantum move in improvement that'll open up a gap to allow people just like you watching this, people just like you and me, who are not technically savvy. We weren't born in the matrix, and we didn't have a chip implanted in our heads. We're not engineers or computer science majors, and we don't understand that stuff inherently. ClickFunnels gave you, my friend, an opportunity to cut and decrease the time of stress and anxiety and suffering behind a keyboard. Trust me, the days you want to just pound vodka and throw your Mac out the window because you can't figure shit out, ClickFunnels has brought it to a place that it is a quantum leap in opportunity, which allows you, just like the iPhone, to not only look smarter, but to feel smarter, and ultimately to only deal with the stuff that matters, which is getting your message about your product and your program and service out to the marketplace.
How many of you guys think that ClickFunnels has the most amazing customer support?
If you're spending all the time in suicide watch and having to check yourself into a hospital and honestly trying to deal with everything else that's come out before it. So I not only fully endorse ClickFunnels, it's the only software tool that we use when it comes to our funnels online across all 4 of my businesses. We're not going anywhere else. Love Russell, love this event. This event married up to that software tool. You are a dumbass if you don't come, and that's okay. There's plenty of dumbasses on the planet. Just don't let it be you.
All right, is that you guys excited? Like every time I watch that video, I'm like even more excited about ClickFunnels. So what I'm doing right now with you guys is how many of you guys would like to see me build a sales funnel with you in less than 10 minutes? How many of you guys are into that right now? You want to see the whole process? All right, you guys are going nuts right now. Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to log into ClickFunnels and we're going to build a funnel together, and you will see how simple and how easy it is. How someone like me with no technical skills, someone like Garrett you just saw who's got no technical skills, how someone like you, no matter where you are right now in your business, how you can use ClickFunnels to successfully launch funnels. It would have taken you months. You can do the same thing now in hours or even minutes. So let me walk you through this demo right now. Okay, so this is the inside of ClickFunnels, and as you guys can probably tell right now, I'm super excited to show this to you. And before we get started, like if you were here in my office right now, and let's say you had hired me for consulting, the first thing we would do is we'd sit in front of a huge whiteboard and we'd map out what your sales funnel was going to look like. Now, obviously, you're not here in my office, unfortunately, but I want to pretend like we are. So what I did is I actually went ahead before and I mapped out what a typical sales funnel kind of looks like. So it starts here with the lead magnet, where you're going to go and get somebody's name and their email address, and then you transition over to a core offer. So that could be your product, your service, whatever it is you're selling. From there, we move over to our order form where they actually take the credit card in. Then from there, we've got our upsell, and then we have our thank you pages. So that's kind of a typical 5-step sales funnel that you can build really easily here inside of ClickFunnels. So the first step here when you're ready to create your sales funnel is you click on the button. The big orange button says add new funnel. So you click on that and it's going to pop up and give you the ability to create different types of funnels. So you could have funnels where you collect email addresses, or if you want to generate leads for your company, you create those kind of funnels. Or we have funnels that sell products, or we have funnels where you can do actual webinars. So if I click on the webinar button here, for example, it'll give me the ability where I can choose 2 different types of webinars. I can do a live webinar where I integrate with like GoToWebinar, or I can do an automated webinar replay, which are kind of cool. Or I can come back here if I want to sell a product, I choose that one. And there's different ways you can sell a product online. You can do it through a typical sales funnel, kind of like the one up above, or a product launch funnel, or if you want to do a membership side as well. So the funnel up here we kind of mapped out is a sales funnel. So I'm going to choose sales funnel. I click on that button, and then I just got to give this funnel a name. So I'm going to call it demo funnel, just so that I can find it. I'm just going to tag this one demo, and I click on build funnel. And when I do that, in the background, ClickFunnels will go and build all the pages in this funnel. So I got squeeze page, my sales page, my order form, my confirmation page, my thank you pages. Now you see this is kind of the sales funnel right here, and it's pretty similar to the one up top, right? But the reality is sometimes you're going to have different things in your sales funnels. It might not be exactly the same way that we give you in this template. Like for example, here we've got a squeeze page, then we have a sales page, then we have an order form, but we don't have an order confirmation page, right? So in this one, I'm just going to delete it because I don't need that step here. So I delete that page. But you notice we have a thank you page here, but I'm missing a page, right? I'm missing the OTO, the one-time offer. I'm missing the upsell. So because that page is not here, I'm going to add that page back in. So I'm going to come right here and type in OTO. So this is my upsell page. I'll create a funnel step, and now it'll add an upsell page here into that funnel, and I can kind of drag and drop and put it in the right space. So the first thing I do is I build the structure of the funnel to make sure it maps the structure we have kind of mapped out on the whiteboard. Now I'm going to go into each individual page now and design the pages. So first is the squeeze page. So I pick the squeeze page, and I got to pick what kind of template I want. There's tons of templates in here. Every day we're adding new designs and a whole bunch of just really cool things. So you can pick any template you like, or it's also really, really, really easy to build one from scratch. But for this example, I'm just going to pick one of these pages right here. So I'll pick this one. It's kind of cool. I click on select template, and it'll make this my actual squeeze page. So now I've got a squeeze page that looks awesome. It looks amazing. Now I need to come in here and actually edit it. Now you can see here on the dashboard, it shows me how many people visited the website, how many contacts we've gotten, what our conversion rates are. And so you see at really quick glance exactly what's happening in this funnel. Or you can click right here and you can actually set up a split test as well. In the past, it was really difficult to set up split tests here in marketing online, but now it's so simple. I click on a button, it either clones the page and I can make a split test really quick, or I can design a whole entire new page from scratch. All right, so now I dive into the editor. Now, this is where I actually edit the page, and this is so simple. You'll see that it's just kind of clicking and dragging and dropping. And so the first step here is I'm going to change the headline. So I'm typing my headline. I'm going to type in "Get my cool thing now." So boom, there's my headline. And then I can make it bigger or smaller if I want. And that's kind of simple, right? Most page editors can do that, but check out what most page editors can't do. I can grab this, and let's say I want to move it. I can just drag it. I can drop it, and boom, that fast, it moves to a whole new spot. Isn't that awesome? And then I can come here, I can change the size, and I can make it look a little bit better. Okay, but not only can I drag and drop things, I can also add things really easily. So if I hover over anything, I click on this little plus button, it gives me the ability to add a whole bunch of stuff. I can add headlines and images and videos and buttons and countdown clocks and Facebook shares and sign up forms and tons and tons and tons of elements I can add in just seconds. I can add progress bars, like it's crazy, all the cool things I can add. So I'm gonna add a video really quick. I click on video and boom, that fast, there's a video on the page. Wasn't that simple? I didn't need to hire a programmer. I just clicked on a button and boom, there's a video now. Now, if you want, I can rearrange the size of this page. I'm gonna make this one a little wider. Okay, it looks a little goofy right now, so let me change a couple things. Maybe if I change, I'm gonna add 2 columns here, and I'm gonna drag and drop this video to the left-hand column. Now that's kind of cool. And I'm gonna drag that form up there, and now quick, I'm making this page look however I want. So I'm gonna change the headline a little bit. I'll make it a little bit bigger. I'm gonna change this right here. And do you guys see how simple this is? Like I'm just clicking around, changing things until it looks awesome, and then boom, there you go, there's my page. Okay, so now the page is done. Maybe I'm not in love with the background color, so I can really quickly click up here, go on background settings, and I can change out the background. I can put in an entirely different image. I can put in a video back there if I want. I can do a bunch of really cool things just by clicking a couple buttons on my mouse. So I'm gonna add this image right here, and boom, check out how awesome that page looks now. That is now my own squeeze page that I designed with no techie guys, no programmers, no nothing. Now I'm gonna come and add a couple other cool things to show you how easy it is. I'm gonna add a progress bar. And check it out, I added a progress bar. Does that look cool? Now I can also come back and let's say I wanna move the progress bar. I can drag it, I can drop it, and there you go. I'm gonna add a countdown clock. Countdown clocks are one of my favorite things to increase conversions. So I'm gonna add a countdown clock right here and check it out. There's a countdown clock now. Now that page literally took me, 2 or 3 minutes to build, and it's finished. Now I'm gonna come back in here and go to page number 2, which is my sales page. And I do the same thing on the sales page as on the squeeze page. I come scroll through here, I find a template that I love the design of, I pick it, and then I log in and I just edit it. Like that's it, you guys. You find a template you love, you select it, you log in, you edit it, you drag, you drop, you click around, and boom, you make the page your page. It doesn't have to look like anybody else's, it can become yours. Is that exciting? Now I'm not gonna dive in and actually edit the sales page because you guys have kind of seen how that works. It's not that difficult of a process. You just go page by page now and actually just drag and drop and make it look exactly the way you want it. Now I'm gonna go to the order form. That's the 3rd page here in this process. And I'm gonna show you this one because in the past, order forms were really, really difficult. We always had tech guys who'd come in and they would set up an order form and then like, I'd wanna move something, I'd move an image and I tell them to move it and then they would do it and they would just completely break the form and stop working or just all sorts of issues. And so I wanna show you how simple it is to do an order form. So I click on a template I like, same way before. It shows me the visitors, the contacts, how many sales, what our conversion rates are, all in this one dashboard here, which is really cool. And now I'm gonna come down and actually go and again, I can set up split tests on my order forms if I want, which is kind of cool. So I'm gonna dive in this order form and I'm gonna start editing it. Now, a couple of things is if you don't have a shopping cart right now, you can use, ClickFunnels has its own internal shopping cart. So you can just use it and it just works. But I know some of you guys, you currently work with companies like Infusionsoft or Ontraport, right? So if you are using Infusionsoft or Ontraport, one of the biggest headaches I have with them is that their order forms don't look like this, right? This order form looks amazing. Their order forms are pretty bad. And order forms, what I found is like the biggest way to decrease conversions is have bad order forms. It's crazy. What's cool about this is that if you're using Infusionsoft, we integrate with them. So all you do is you plug in your API keys and boom, it'll pull everything into this amazing looking form and you can design it any way you want. You can throw your logos on like I just did. I can drag and drop things around and it's not gonna break it no matter how hard I try. I can even put the button on top, which makes no sense, but I can do that and it wouldn't screw things up. Okay, like that's how powerful these order forms are. You plug in your Infusionsoft or your Ontraport stuff and that fast you can design amazing order forms, okay? Or like I said, if you don't have a shopping cart yet, it doesn't matter because ClickFunnels has one completely built in so you can use it out of the box. Now I can go and I can change the design of this order form if I want. So instead of having it the way it looked before, I'm just going to tweak it a little bit. Let's say I want to add a video that tells somebody why they should buy my product or how they should fill out their order form or something like that. I can add a video, and I can just drag and drop the order form over here to the side. There's the button. There's the credit card form. There's the products they're selecting from. Like move the Visa and MasterCard, but that quick, you see, I can just drag and drop and make my order form all by myself. No tech guys, no one there to screw it up. Nothing can break. It works. I can even drag these guarantees around. You can add countdown clocks on here if you want. You can add progress bars. Like all the things you've done on the other pages, you can do just as easily here on the order form and really make this order form match your look, your style, your brand. And that is, again, this is one of the many reasons why I love ClickFunnels, is just how simple it is to make amazing looking order forms. If you do your order forms right, you guys, you can increase your conversions more than almost anything else. Okay, check this out. I'm going to add a progress bar, and boom, now I got a progress bar. Like, isn't that amazing? Like, how long did that take me? A minute and a half, 2 minutes? Like, in the past, that would have taken me probably a week with my tech team, and they probably would have broken one or two things. Okay, but there it is. It's done. It's finished. All right, so there is an amazing looking high converting order form that I did all by myself just by dragging and dropping. Okay, you guys getting this? There it is. Now you can preview and see what it looks like live online. All right, cool. So now let's come back in and let's work on the next step here, which are the upsell pages. Okay, now in the past, if you want to do like a one-click upsell, typically that was not like a simple, easy process. I remember when I first started using Infusionsoft a few years back, I tried to get someone to do a one-click upsell, and it cost $2,500 for them to custom program a one-click upsell. Is that crazy? $2,500. In ClickFunnels, it just works. You click on the template you want, you click on the button, you tell it you want to bill them this price, and the one-click upsell just magically works like it should. Okay. Then here is the thank you pages. Thank you page is the same process to pick the thank you page. Here I can put the download links for whatever they purchased. I can tell them, you know, that we just shipped out the product and whatever it is, but this is the page they land on last, where I kind of thank them for ordering. And there you go, you guys. I built my entire sales funnel with you guys live here in what, 5 or 6, maybe 10 minutes. Like, isn't that crazy? We've got our squeeze page, we've got our core offer, we've got our order form, we've got our upsell, we've got our thank you page. We have everything we mapped on the whiteboard done here in a very short period of time. Is that crazy? I don't know how, like, this was not possible a year ago. It was not possible at all the entire first 10 years of me doing this business, but now it's possible for you. Okay, and like I said before, we've got over 10,000 entrepreneurs just like you now who've taken control back of their businesses. They can do this themselves. They no longer have to have tech guys for every single thing they want to do. They can log in and just make things amazing. Now, as you can probably tell, I use ClickFunnels for everything. For example, this is my high-end, high-ticket coaching funnel. This funnel averages over $70,000 per week, and guess what? I do the whole thing in ClickFunnels. Look how easy it is. I drag and drop and I move things around and it just works. Okay, there you go. There's my high ticket funnel. This is my webinar funnel. Okay, I built this entire thing in ClickFunnels by myself, and it's so simple and so easy. If you have a webinar, use these webinar funnels. They look amazing. They convert higher than anything I've ever done, and they will just work for you all by yourself. This is my book funnel. Recently, I launched my book. It became an Amazon and a USA Today best-selling book. We sold over 30,000 copies, and guess how I created this amazing page? You'll never guess. You're right. Okay, I did the whole thing inside of ClickFunnels. Okay, everything is just elements. I put a headline right here, and then I added another headline, and then I added a video, and then over here, this little cool order form, that's just a ClickFunnels element. You click one button, and that entire order form is magically inside of your page. So if you want your page to look like mine, it's not that hard. Okay, and the whole thing, again, was built in ClickFunnels. You guys see how easy that was? Like, I didn't need any tech guys. People are like, Russell, who designed your site? I did. Okay, and it's amazing. Now, this right here is a membership site. A lot of people say, Russell, can you build membership sites inside ClickFunnels? And the answer is yes, you can. And it's very simple and very easy. This is a membership site we have for my $25,000 coaching program. And this is where they get all the content that they just purchased, okay? So the first step when I create any membership site is figuring out what are the modules. So module 1, I have the blueprint. Module 2, the secret formula. Module 3, funnel hacking. So I can kind of see all the modules here, right? So typically when you make a membership site, first step is making the module. So I click right here, add new lesson sections, and each lesson section is a module. So think about your business. What's your business? Weight loss? So if it is, module number 1 is how to get a six-pack. Module number 2 is how to eat healthy. Module number 3 is whatever, and you go from there. Okay, so right here, as you can see, are all of the different lessons inside of this module. So I have module number 6, Inception Secrets. Now, lesson 1 is Inception Secrets. Lesson 2 is Front-End Scripts. Lesson number 3, Perfect Webinar. So you can kind of see all the lessons that go inside that module, right? So all I do to add those lessons, I come right here to add new lesson. I click on the big blue button, and it pops up and it says, okay, what lesson section? So I pick which section it's going to go in. I type in the name of the lesson. I'm not going to type one in right now because, obviously, because this is just kind of a demo. But I would type in, let's say, module number of the blueprint. Lesson 1 is how to sketch out your funnel, right? Then I pick a page template, so I have video templates and different types of templates, and then I can set up a drip delay. Now the way drip delay works is let's say module number 1 I want them to get immediately, but module number 2 I want it to unlock after they've been a member for 7 days or after they've been a member for 14 days. Let's say you have a free trial, right? So they give them this up front for free, but then 14 days later after they paid, then unlock this module right here. Okay, so it's so simple and easy to do that. So now you got the modules. Inside the modules you have all the lessons. Now all you do is go to the actual lesson pages and add the content. So I click on Open Editor, it pops open, and then just like the other ClickFunnels editor, I just log in here and I just add videos. I can add my resources, my PDFs, everything I need, and that quick, you guys, I can create my very own membership site. Isn't that amazing? That fast, you guys, I was able to create an entire membership site. Like, how long would that have taken you before ClickFunnels? Is it a week? Is it a month? Is it 6 months? Like, I literally built this membership site, you guys, in a night. I was sitting in bed next to my wife. I had the idea for it. I had links to all my content that I'd done in the past. And I sat down and I structured a membership site. And by the time I woke up in the morning, it was done. Okay, I came in the office. I told my team, I said, hey guys, it's done. Like, when did you do it? I said, last night. Like, how did you do that? And I'm like, it's ClickFunnels. Like, I can do anything. I can do it so fast. And because that is really the power of everything we're talking about here inside of ClickFunnels. All right, so let me ask you guys a question. Based on seeing that, how many of you guys think that ClickFunnels is amazing? I want to hear your comments right now in the comment box. Oh man, you guys are going nuts right now. Yes, exactly. So that's the thing. Like, everyone's like, where have you been this my whole life? Okay, so if you ever tried to do stuff online, you know how hard it is, and this tool makes it easy. Okay, people always ask me like, Russ, I'm trying to decide, should I use ClickFunnels, should I not? And I tell people like, right now, as of today, we have over 15,000 entrepreneurs who are using ClickFunnels. Our entire business is built off all the gurus, and the gurus to the gurus are all using ClickFunnels. Like, this is the future. This is everyone's going. I always tell people, it's not a matter if you're going to become a ClickFunnels member, it's when. And so today you guys now know about it, and now you see the power of what this tool can do for you. All right, so that was secret number 2, you guys. That's how we clone someone's proven funnel inside of ClickFunnels in less than 10 minutes. All right, so now I'm gonna walk to the last step, because a lot of times people come to me like, I got a funnel built out, but nobody's coming. Nobody's showing up. Nobody's giving me money. Like, it's there, but it doesn't do anything. And so the third secret is what I want to share with you guys. It's gonna light this whole thing on fire, make it real for you. So the third secret is what I call my number 1 traffic hack. I'm gonna show you how to get the exact same customers who are currently going to your competitors' funnels to start coming to your funnels instead. How many of you guys want to see that process? All right, cool. So excited to show this to you guys. Okay, so this is what it is. So remember back here we found Venus Factor. This is the funnel we're funnel hacking, right? Now in a perfect world, wouldn't it be awesome if I could call up the dude that owns Venus Factor and be like, hey man, this is the deal. Saw your number on ClickBank, heard you're making over 100 grand a day. You are probably richer than I could ever dream of. I guess you probably got a couple of planes and houses and all that kind of stuff. So because you're so rich and you don't care about money anymore, would you be cool just letting me know, like, what are all of the websites that are sending traffic to you right now? Because I got a funnel that's kind of similar to yours now. If you can just let me know, that'd be awesome. Okay. Wouldn't that be great? Okay, but in the real world, that's not going to happen. He's not going to give me all of their traffic sources. But the cool thing is that there's a couple websites out there, you guys, that will do that. Okay, so what you got to do first is you go to a website called similarweb.com. So similarweb.com, write that down. When you go to SimilarWeb, the first thing you do is you're going to go to the first page right here, and you're going to put in the website URL of the website that you're funnel hacking. So I type in venusfactor.com, I click on the search button. When I do, it shows me all of the data on that website. So based on this graph, you can see that right now Venus Factor gets anywhere from 1 to 3 million visitors a month. Okay, people say, how do they make 100 grand a day, Russell? Like, well, they got 3 million people a month coming to their website. Like, it's not that hard to get that many eyeballs coming through your funnel, right? But if you scroll down a little bit on the page down here, it shows you all of the top referring websites. So you see here on the left-hand side, the top site is lifeguru.com, sends the most traffic. Number 2 is naturalnews.com. Number 3 is newsmax.com, and it goes down from there. So I'm looking at the top one, lifeguru.com, and I see that little green bar is like, what, almost half? So the 3 million visitors a month, maybe they're sending 1 million. I don't know, 1 million people a month might be coming from lifeguru.com. So the first thing that goes through my head is like, what is lifeguru.com? I've never heard of that site. So I went to lifeguru.com to go see, like, what are they doing? I went to the site, and it was this blog talking about how to find love and eat healthy and look fit. And I'm looking through this blog. I'm like, how are they sending 1 million people a month over to Venus Factor? And I'm scrolling around looking at everything. All of a sudden I see this picture of a banana. It says 5 foods never to eat. And so I'm looking at it, I'm like, well, that's a weird picture. And I click on the little button, and guess where it took me? You're right. Took me to Venus Factor. Okay, if you go back to SimilarWeb and you scroll down a little bit further, there's a button here that says show the ads, show me the money, right? So I click on the show the ads button and it pops up all of the banner ads that they've been using to be successful. Now the cool thing about this is that there's a free version and a premium version. If you get the premium version, it'll show you not just all the ads they've ever run, it'll tell you how long those ads ran for. So it says this ad right here ran for 2 weeks, but we haven't seen it since. But this one over here has been running for 728 days and it's still live today. Now, if an ad's been running for 728 days and it's still live today, what do we know about that ad? Okay, it's probably working. Either that or they like to burn money. Okay, one of those two things, but it's probably working. Okay, now right now we know two really, really, really important things. The first thing we know exactly where they're advertising, and the second thing we know exactly what they're saying to get people to click on the ad. Now, if you know these two things, if you've been paying attention at all over the last hour or so, what do you think we should do with that? You're right, we should model it. So they copy it. No, we shouldn't copy it. We should model what works. Okay, so what I do is the next step for me is I gotta go get some banner ads designed. I gotta model the message, model the design, model the size, because they've proven that people on those sites click on ads that look like that. So for me, I go to a website called $20banners.com. People always ask me, Russell, how much do banner ads cost there? Like, are you kidding me? Like, they're $20. That's the name of the site. So you go to $20banners.com, you show them the banner ads of the site that you're funnel hacking, and you pay them $20, and they will create a banner ad for you that looks almost identical. Now, notice again, I didn't copy anything. They have a picture of a pretty girl. I have a picture of a pretty girl. They got a purple headline. I got a purple headline. They got text. I have my text, but it's my own, right? So I model the look and the feel and the layout, so I have something that's similar. And I take that banner ad then, and I go back and I buy ads on the exact same websites that my competitors are. And now a percentage of all the traffic was going to my competitor's site now starts coming to my website instead. I'm curious, how many of you guys just had an aha moment right there? Okay. Yeah, whenever I share that with people, they just go nuts. I think about like my past, like I've been doing this for 10 years now, right? And when I first got started, I was on Google. I was buying ads on Google. And it was hard. Like you have landing page quality scores and keywords and like all this stuff. It was really, really complicated. I remember Google came eventually and like came and slapped us all, okay? And they kicked everybody out. And I was like, oh, thank heavens I can stop using Google. And then the next big transition was like, we need to go and do SEO. So everyone's doing backlinking and H1 tags and title tags and quality score, all this stuff that was happening on SEO. And it was so complicated. And luckily, Google came again and slapped everybody and kicked them all out. They had the Panda update, the Hummingbird update, all these updates that kicked everybody out, and it got hard again. I was like, thank heavens, I'm out of SEO now. Then Facebook came around. Facebook, honestly, is a little bit easier. If any of you guys run Facebook ads, it's not as difficult, but the problem is that, for me, is that it's still like above my head. I have someone on my team that runs Facebook ads for me, but this strategy right here, you guys, it's something I can do. Like, it's so easy. All I do is I find where all my competitors get their traffic. I email the dude who owns the site. I'm like, hey man, you're selling ads to all my competitors. Can I buy an ad too? The dude on the site wants you to give him money. He just emails back, yes, you can give me money. Here's my PayPal link, send me your banner ad. I send him a little bit of money, I send him a banner ad, and boom, that fast, I'm in this existing stream of traffic, and I'm just one of the offers that's coming through. And that fast traffic is coming to my sites. You guys getting this? You see how powerful it is? Now, I'm curious. Do you guys think that if we model what works, right? So we found a funnel that worked like Venus Factor, right? We modeled it as close as we could. Okay, and then we went back to the sites that they're buying ads on. We bought ads on the sites as well. If we model it, so again, we're not copying anything, but we've got an offer that's similar to theirs. We're driving traffic in the same types of websites. Do you think if you model it, something that's making $100,000 a day, do you think you can have success? Yeah. Think you're gonna start making $100,000 a day? Okay, someone said, I think I can have success, not $100,000 a day. So I totally get that. So let me ask you this. Let's just say like you modeled exactly what they did. And let's say you totally screwed up and you only make 10% of what Venus Factor makes. You only make $10,000 a day. How many guys would $10,000 a day change the quality of your life forever? Okay. Yeah, that's a lot of money, right? But some of you guys might be thinking, well, that's even hard to believe, Russell. Like that's cool, but $10,000 a day, like I don't know if I can get there. And I agree, like that's a big number to even visualize, right? So let's just say you model what works and you totally screwed up and only get 10% of the 10%, and you're only making an extra $1,000 a day. Okay, it's $30,000 a month. How many of you guys with an extra $30,000 a month change things for you a little bit right now? Yeah. Okay, now let's just say that's still hard for you as to envision. So let's just say you totally screwed up and only get 10% of their 10% of their 10%. You only make an extra $100 a day. Okay, $100 a day is about $3,000 a month. What would you do with an extra $3,000 a month? What bills would that cover for you? Is that a car payment, house payment, student loans? How would that change the quality of your life right now? Just an extra $100 a day. Okay, cool thing about these funnels, guys, you don't have to have it perfect. Okay, if you get a percentage of what the masters are doing, you can live a really good life off of these. Like I said earlier, my whole business is about creating new funnels and putting them out there and getting these residual income coming off of each and every one of them. Okay. All right. Now, during the last hour, so we've covered some cool things. I want to kind of recap them for you. The first thing we talked about was funnel hacking. I showed you guys how to ethically steal over $1 million worth of funnel hacks from your competitors for under $100. Number 2 was funnel cloning. I then showed you how to clone their proven funnel inside ClickFunnels in less than 10 minutes. And number 3, I showed you my number 1 traffic hack. I showed you how to get the exact same customers who are currently going to your competitors' funnels to start coming to your funnels instead. So I've got a question for you guys. We've been talking for about an hour, a little over an hour. How many of you guys are feeling a little bit like this? Now, the first time I spoke at a seminar, I was so excited. I got done speaking. This little man ran up to me. He was all excited. He said, Russell, that was amazing. I felt like I had a fire hose in my mouth the entire time. And then like a week later, somebody sent me this picture. And I was like, that's probably what people feel like after hearing me speak for an hour. And I apologize, but I have so much stuff I wanted to share with you guys. I know we had a compressed amount of time, so I want to share it with you. But I know that this is just the beginning of the relationship, right? I know there's so much that we can do from that. Now you guys understand the process and how it works. I want to help you guys implement this. So when we were planning this ahead of time, I asked Robert and the team over at RichDad, I said, look, are you guys okay if I make a special offer for those who are interested that will help take this process and help them to implement it and to grow it out for themselves? And they said, yeah, definitely you can do that. Just make sure you get their permission first. And so I want to ask you guys for permission really quick. Are you guys okay if I spend about 15 minutes or so and talk about a special offer we created for you guys to help you to implement this process in your own lives? Are you guys okay with that? All right, cool. We got yes, heck yes, please, please, please. All right, cool. So I never want to assume that that's okay, so I appreciate you guys giving me permission. So I'll spend about 15 minutes or so kind of walking us through a really special offer we created for you guys so you can implement this in your own lives. So the package we created is a product we called Funnel Hacks. Now, when you guys invest in Funnel Hacks today, we're gonna give you a whole bunch of really cool things. The first thing you're gonna get is you're gonna get access to the entire Edison suite. Now, you guys don't know what that means yet, but I told you guys about ClickFunnels. How many of you guys thought that ClickFunnels was amazing, right? Yes, ClickFunnels is amazing. Now, ClickFunnels is just one of the 3 software products we have. We have ClickFunnels, we have Backpack, we have ActionX. Each of these products is essential to your business success. You cannot be successful without them. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you guys, for those who invest in Funnel Hacks today, we're gonna give you ClickFunnels, Backpack, and ActionX for free for the next 6 months. How many of you guys want ClickFunnels and all this other stuff for free for the next 6 months? All right. Everyone wants this for free. Cool. So when you guys invest in Funnel Hacks, so there's an investment. When you invest in Funnel Hacks, I'm going to give you these 3 tools for free for the next 6 months because you cannot be successful online without them. Like, it's impossible. So we'll give these to you so you'll have them. Okay. Now, our ClickFunnels members, what they get when they get inside their account, they can create up to 70 sales funnels, 20,000 contacts, 100,000 monthly visitors, and a whole bunch more. But the cool thing is that when you have that, you'll be able to build opt-in funnels. So you can build a big email list, sales funnels to sell your products, webinar funnels. So you can do webinars like this one we're on today, automated webinar funnels. You can do product launch funnels. You can build out membership sites and a whole bunch more. Now, the other cool thing is that you're also gonna be able to get rid of a lot of stuff. If you've been doing business online at all, you're probably using and gluing together a whole bunch of products to do what ClickFunnels does by itself. So that means you can get rid of a lot of stuff. You can get rid of your landing page software. In fact, we've got a competitor who sells landing page software. All it does is landing pages, no upsells, no product, no nothing. You can't move things around on pages, just static pages you can edit the headlines on. And they charge the same monthly fees we are. It's insane to me. So you can cancel your landing page software. You can cancel your split testing software. You can cancel your shopping carts. Or if you have a shopping cart you like, you can come and integrate your favorite shopping cart in. You can cancel your email autoresponders, your text message autoresponders, your automated webinar software, your affiliate software. You can get rid of your membership site software. You can get rid of Photoshop. You can delete WordPress. You can get rid of your website hosting. You can fire your programmers, your designers, your webmasters, and so much more. Okay, recently we started working with the Rich Dad organization, and they are literally, their entire business now is being built on ClickFunnels. They're able to save so much money every single month. In fact, we surveyed our ClickFunnels members. We found out that the average ClickFunnels member saves over $1,000 a month just by using ClickFunnels. So it doesn't cost you anything, you guys, because you're able to get rid of all these other things. So it's actually just basically free. Okay. Now, if you were to try to get what we're giving you guys for free inside ClickFunnels, you'd have to have all these other tools just to do what we're giving you natively for free for the next 6 months. Okay. For landing page, you have to have lead pages or unbounce. Those are $1,200 for 6 months. You guys get it for free for 6 months. If you want to clone what has that action, you have to have Infusionsoft, or Entreport, or HubSpot. HubSpot alone is $14,000 for 6 months, and they only give you 10,000 contacts. Okay, you want to do affiliate stuff, you have to have has offers, lead, like it gets expensive, where you can just delete all of those and just have ClickFunnels, ActionX, and Backpack, and you guys get that for free for the next 6 months. Okay, do you see the gift I'm trying to give you guys here? These are the tools you have to be successful. So instead of stressing out about paying for those, we're going to give them to you so you can start worrying about implementing the stuff, making money before you ever have to pay any kind of monthly fees. Okay, so some of you guys are saying, Russell, this is cool, but what if I already have a ClickFunnels account? I'm already in, like I already signed up, right? So don't worry, if you already have a ClickFunnels account, like we're here for you. We love you guys. We want to make sure you're successful. So what we're going to do is when you invest in Funnel Hacks today, what we'll do is we'll upgrade your account to the full Edison suite for 6 full months. We'll push out your billing so you don't have to pay anything for 6 full months. Is that cool? So that's the gift that we're giving you guys when you invest in Funnel Hacks today. Some of you guys saying, Russell, what happens after 6 months? Are you gonna start charging us $1,000 a month? The answer is no, of course not. Like that's not our goal. Our goal is to have you guys be successful. So in 6 months from now, you log into your affiliate, you log into your ClickFunnels members area, and you can pick what level you want to be at. We have plans that start as low as $20 a month up to $300 a month. You just pick which one you want to be on, and that's what'll happen after 6 months. Okay, so that's kind of how that works. Now, here's a recap of what you're gonna get when you invest today. You're gonna get the 6-month enterprise account to ClickFunnels, plus we'll throw in Backpack and ActionX for those who get started today. Total value of $3,564. Next thing I'm gonna give you is our 6-week Funnel Hacks Masterclass, because the tool is cool, but you need the strategy and the training and the understanding behind how it actually works. So this is an online masterclass, and in the 6-week Funnel Hacks Masterclass, we go over the 6 core sales funnels: opt-in funnels, sales funnels, webinar funnels, auto webinar funnels, product launch funnels, and membership funnels. Now these trainings are really cool because the first half of it is me talking to you as the entrepreneur, helping you understand the strategy behind why would you want an opt-in funnel and how does it work, and what's the best practice to make this actually work in your business, right? And the second half of the training is that we just log into ClickFunnels and we build it. You get to watch how we do it, then you can just copy us. Okay, so the training is really, really fun. And if some of you guys are like, this sounds really, really cool, Russell, but like, I have a tech guy or tech gal. Can I send them on the training? The answer is yes. If you got a tech guy or tech gal, send them on these trainings. They will learn how to use ClickFunnels for you, and they can start building these things out for you. Okay, I'll train them on these trainings. Now, some of you guys say, Russell, this is cool, but I don't have a tech guy or tech gal. What should I do? Well, if you don't have a tech guy or tech gal, and you're the one who doesn't want to do this, what I would recommend doing is bring one of your kids on these trainings. I will train your kid to become the most profitable employee on your entire team. Now, I'm kind of joking, but say now I'm being dead serious. I've got twin boys who are 10. Both of them have ClickFunnels account. Both of them are creating funnels all day long. And if my 10-year-old kids can build ClickFunnels, I promise you I can train your kids as well. Okay. Now, the way these trainings work is we do this live once a year. We recently finished the live sessions. What that means is that you can log in today. You don't have to wait for 6 whole weeks to get all this training. Let's say you're like, I want to launch a membership site tonight. You can go in there, jump directly to the membership training, start going with that training right now and have it. Okay. So all the trainings are already archived for you, and you'll be able to go through it live again later this year. We're going to do it live again. But as today, you can go in there, start looking at any training you want and consume that information and implement it immediately. Okay. Now I'm going to walk you guys through some people that have gone through this training and the successes they've had. The first person, her name is Liz Benny. She lives down in New Zealand, and Liz had kind of an offline business. She's doing a bunch of stuff, but she wanted to come online and be part of this whole movement and what's happening. And so she went through the Funnel Hacks training, and she said, with our new funnel, which is a webinar funnel, this month we got 35 new clients at $997 each. Now that we have the funnel perfected, we're on track to get 100 new clients this month alone. Isn't that amazing? Now, I'm not good at math, but 100 clients at $997, like that's pretty amazing, don't you think? Okay, now some of you guys might be thinking, Russell, that's cool for Liz, but it's not gonna happen for me. I'm not gonna make 100 grand in a month. And I get that, those belief things that happen, but I promise you, if you were to ask Liz this 3 or 4 months before she actually did this, she wouldn't believe it was possible either. Okay, so you can't discount it, guys. It's happening to people just like you when they follow the Funnel Hacks process. Next one, this is Mike Stanzik. I met Mike. He was the greenest newbie I'd ever met. He didn't even know, he never heard the word funnel prior to this meeting. He didn't have a ClickFunnels account. He didn't, I don't think he knew what a website was. He knew nothing about business. He just knew he wanted to make some money. He came in the training, and this is what he said. He said, I never had an actual funnel before ClickFunnels. I followed Russell's instructions. I set up a sales funnel. I bought my first ad, and on my very first try, sold 8 people on my front end, and 2 people bought my $197 upsell. Isn't that exciting? Well, some of you guys might be thinking, Russell, Mike made $400. It's not that big of a deal, right? But I want to stress, he said, on my first try. I'm curious, what would it be worth for you guys to be successful on your first try? How many of you guys have been trying this online thing for a while? For 6 months or a year or 2 years or more? What would have been worth for you to be like Mike and be successful on your first try? That's what happens when you follow this Funnel Hacks process, you guys. Okay, now this is from Simon Cryer. So Simon was down in Australia. He said, I followed the funnel hack system. I found a funnel I liked. I modeled it on my very first test. We doubled over on our ad spend. We put $1 in and got $2 back out. Now, I love sharing this one because people always ask me, Russell, my funnel's done. Like, how much money do I got to spend in advertising? I always kind of smile at first. I said, well, if you follow the funnel hacks process the way I told you to, and you create a funnel that's profitable, where you put $1 in advertising in and you get $2 back out. I said, if you put $1 in on Monday and you get $2 back out on Tuesday, how much think you should put into it? And they usually think for minutes, if I had a funnel, I put $1 in on Monday and I get $2 back out on Tuesday, I want to put in $1 million a day. Exactly. Like when you have a funnel that works, you guys, you do not have an advertising budget because it's profitable up front. You put $1 in, you get $2 back out. Okay, before we sold NeuroCell, I used to call my media buyers and say, can you please spend more of my money? Like every dollar you spend, I get $2 back out. Like you can spend as much, like just keep spending it as fast as you can. Okay, because we have a funnel that works, you don't have an advertising budget. Okay, that's the key I want you guys to understand. I got one last one I want to share with you. This is from Drew Canoli. He owns a company called Fit Life TV, and Drew had a chance to go through his funnel hacking process with me. And I want you to hear in his own words, not just what it did for him and for his company, but how he was able to serve more people because he did this.
Do you want to give you kind of your experience about the funnel stuff that I went through with you guys?
Absolutely. So, what was it? About 4 months ago, I bought the book, 108 Split Tests. And I was looking through this book, and I'm like, this book is just loaded with goodness. I'm like, in the back of my mind, being a visionary, you have all these ideas as entrepreneurs, right? Everybody in the room has 1,000 ideas. In my mind at the time, I was like, what if Russell could come here and help the Fit Life TV team build our supplement funnel and the different things that we're creating? Because at the time, we were doing well, like Jamel said, over $1 million every year, but we wanted to 10x it and take it to the next level. So Brunson came out. He spent the entire day with us. He just blew our minds of the content that he was delivering, and we were in our conference room. We didn't even have a whiteboard in the conference room. Poor guy was drawing on the windows in this place. And he mapped out the entire strategy, the entire funnel for the product launch that we just put into play. And literally within 2 weeks, I mean, we 10x'd our business or more. And we have pre-orders coming in now that's essentially going to pay for all of our product for like the next year and a half. It's ridiculous. So I believe in it. I think it's absolutely amazing what he teaches. What he's telling you guys to do, it completely can radically transform your business if you just listen and follow with it instead of trying to be creative and putting your touch into it. Follow the pros that have been doing it for over a decade. And that's exactly what we did. And now we're not only making more money, but our mission and purpose here is to transform 10 million people this year. And we're well on our way to do that with physical products outside of just digital. So you're touching those lives through us, my man, and I want to appreciate you for that. So thanks.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Is that exciting? Like, does that fire you guys up? And I want to stress one last time that this works for everyone. It works for supplement funnels, coaching funnels, info product funnels, e-commerce funnels, network marketing funnels, affiliate funnels, funnels for real businesses. It works for all types of funnels and all types of businesses. Now, some of you guys are saying, Russell, this is cool, but I don't have a product yet. I don't have anything. If you don't have a product yet, do not worry. That should not be something that holds you back from moving forward today. Because inside of the training, we have 2 really cool things for you. The first thing is the module number 1, we teach opt-in funnels. And I show you a process that I have friends right now who make over $1 million a year and they do not have a product. They create very simple opt-in funnels. They drive Facebook ads. They build big email lists and they sell other people's products. So module number 1, I teach you that process. So if you don't have a product yet, go watch module number 1 and just do that. And some of you guys are thinking, right, that's cool, but I want to create a product, Russell. That gets me excited. I want to be able to do that. So if you want to create a product, what you can do is we have a training we did for all of our Funnel Hacks members because a lot of them wanted that. They're saying, Russell, I need a product. I need them fast. Like, how do I get one live? And so we created a whole training called our Fast Product Creation, and it shows people how to build an entire product line in a weekend. And so you access that training as well. So that can no longer be an excuse for you guys. If you don't have a product yet, it's because you don't have Funnel Hacks yet. When you have Funnel Hacks, it'll take care of that for you. Does that make sense? All right, cool. So here's a recap what you can get. You can get the 6-month enterprise account to ClickFunnels, plus those who get signed up today, you also get Backpack and Actionetics. You can get 6-week Funnel Hacks Masterclass, total value of $6,561. Now, what else do you guys need to be successful? I want to make sure you have everything you can dream of to be successful. I want 0 excuses. So what else do you guys need to be successful? You've got the funnel software. You got the funnel training now. What else do you guys need? Oh, how about more traffic. Okay, now I told you guys before, I showed you one of my favorite traffic hacks, but there's a lot of other ways we get traffic into our funnel. So I'm gonna give you guys access to my instant traffic hacks. They'll give you everything you need to increase how much traffic you get. So you're gonna get access to my solo ad hacks, my media buying hacks, my Facebook hacks, my SEO, my social media hacks, my affiliate hacks, and a whole bunch more. Now don't worry if you're worried about like, I'm not technical, I don't know how this thing all works. All these trainings are very similar to this training today. They're all broken down with very simple handouts, templates, layouts to make this process simple and easy for anyone to get traffic into all of their funnels. Okay, so again, recap, you get 6-month enterprise account to ClickFunnels, 6-week funnel hacks masterclass, instant traffic hacks, total value of $8,558. So what else do you guys need? I want to make sure that there are 0 excuses and 0 chances for failure, you guys. I want to make sure you have everything you need. I don't want to try to upsell you anything else. I want you guys to have everything, the complete package right here. So what else do you guys need? You got the funnel software, you got the funnel training, now you have traffic and leads going into your funnels. What else do you guys need? Oh, how about the copy? Now, I told you before with this funnel, the most expensive thing was the copy. It cost me $20,000 to write the sales letters for that thing, right? I'm guessing most of you guys probably don't have an extra 20 grand lying around to spend on words, am I right? So I want to shortcut this process for you as well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you access to a system that we call Inception Secrets. And I call Inception Secrets because it's similar to the movie Inception. How many of you guys have seen the movie Inception? All right, it's one of my favorite movies. In that movie, Leonardo DiCaprio has to get people to do certain things, right? And the idea is if you walk to him like, hey man, I need you to go and kill this person or do whatever, like the person's like, no, like I'm not gonna do that. But if he can go into their dreams and place a thought or an idea, and if they take that thought and they think it's their own, then he's caused inception. And when they wake up, they're more likely to do the thing that he needs them to do. Now for me, I feel like selling things is similar. We know that people love to buy things, but they hate being sold, right? So selling has to become their idea. And so we try to create environments and situations where we cause inception inside someone's mind and it becomes their idea to buy whatever it is we're trying to sell. And so that's kind of what Inception Secrets is. And so I'm going to give you guys all the scripts and all the templates we use in our funnels to cause inception inside to keep people's minds. For example, this is our video sales letter script. If you look at the template, this is how the template works. We go through star, story, solution. You walk through this template, you kind of fill in the blanks, and when you're done, you'll have a sales script that can basically sell any product for you. Okay, I'm not just giving you my star, story, solution script. I'm giving you the OTO bump script, the perfect webinar script, our call center scripts, all of the sales tools that we use and all the scripts to get people to buy our products and our services and our companies. I'm going to give you guys the templates, the training, everything you need to be able to go out there and use that. Cool? We call that Inception Secrets. So the last thing, I know there's one last thing that everyone always asks me for this later after they start going to this. They like, I have funnels now, people are coming in, I got leads, but what do I send people? And so the last thing I'm gonna give you guys is also access to all of our email sequences, okay? We do this through a 3-step process. Step number 1 is called the attractive character. Step 2, we help build out a soap opera sequence. And step 3, called our daily Seinfeld emails. So you get the tools, the training, the templates, everything you need to have their successful email campaign. So when somebody comes into your funnel, you have emails going out there to nurture them, to get them excited and get them to want to buy more products from you and to send up. And it's really powerful. So I'll give you guys my email sequences as well. So here's a recap what you're gonna get. You can get the 6-month enterprise account to ClickFunnels, 6-week funnel hacks masterclass, instant traffic hacks, Inception Secrets, soap opera Seinfeld secrets, total value of $11,552. Now, obviously, I'm not going to charge you guys $11,552, even though I honestly think it's worth that. But I'm curious, I have a question for you guys. If I did charge $11,552, and if all that this software and training did was to finally give you a website or a funnel that was profitable, where you could put $1 in advertising in and get $2 back out, would it be worth it? Heck yeah, it would. I've spent $20,000 or $30,000 or more to create one funnel that does that, okay? So it's definitely worth $11,000. Now, if all this did was help you to share your message with more people and get your word and your message out to the world, would it be worth $11,000? Yeah, I spent more than that a week trying to get my message out to more people. Okay, so it's definitely worth that. Now, if all this did was give you the ability to cancel all of the monthly tools that you're currently using to glue together your funnels, would it be worth the $11,000? Yeah, heck yeah, it would. I told you before, our average ClickFunnels member saves over $1,000 a month. That's $12 grand a year you save in just all the stuff you can get rid of by having your ClickFunnels account. Okay, now so when I was pricing this, I kind of had 2 choices. My first option was to go as cheap as possible and try to sell as many of these things as I could. But the problem with that is it didn't really incentivize me to stack on the value for you guys, okay? Right now with ClickFunnels, we spend over $250,000 a month improving the product. Okay, so if I charge you guys $10 for it, I can't hire the best developers in the world to make this thing better every single day. Okay, so we went with the second option, which requires a little bit higher investment on your side. But the cool thing is that in exchange for that, I can devote more time and energy and resources and money to help guarantee your success. Okay, now I have a question for you guys. When you think about your business or the business you're trying to create, how much do you think one funnel would be worth to you in your business? Okay, if you had one successful funnel you could drive traffic into, how much do you think that would make you? Is that making you an extra $5,000 a month? That's $65,000 a year. It's making you an extra $10,000 a month, $120,000 a year or more. Okay, now you know how much that funnel will be worth to you. How much would you pay to get one perfect funnel? Okay, now this funnel right here cost me $29,000 to get built. And I'm curious, for those who are on it, how many of you guys would give me $29,000 if I just gave you this funnel right here? I'm curious. Okay, we got some yeses. We got a lot of no's, like no. Okay. All right, so I want to do something. I want to put this in perspective for you. Okay, so this funnel cost me $29,000, but before we sold the company, it was averaging me $17,947 per day. Okay, if you do the math on that, it's $500,000 a month or $6 million a year. How many of you guys would give me $29,000 if I gave you this funnel and make $6 million a year? Oh, okay. There you go. It's a different picture now, right? Everyone's saying, yes, take my money. Okay. Yeah, when you look at it that way, it's not a cost, you guys. It's an investment. Okay, would you pay $29,000 for a house that cash flowed you $6 million a year? Yeah, you can't get that in real estate, no matter how hard you try. Okay, you do that deal every single day if you could. All right, so that's why you can see right now people are currently paying me and our company $100,000 to set up a single sales funnel for them. Plus we get equity in those funnels. Okay, because it's not a cost, is it? It's an investment. Okay, same thing you guys are doing if you're building real estate. You're putting money in, you get a whole bunch of money back out. Difference is that this is way higher cash flow than any kind of real estate property you can dream of. All right, so you can see why right now this would be a screaming good deal if I only charge you $5,000. And in the very near future, in fact, we have sold this a lot for $19.97. But because I'm here today with one of my mentors, one of the people that got me started on this path, we want to do something really, really special for you guys, for the Rich Dad audience. So what we're going to do, because you guys are special, because you are here today because of Robert Kiyosaki, the man that got me here today, we're going to do something that's just crazy. We're going to give you access to everything I talked about today for just one single payment of $997. Now, I want to put this in perspective for you. If you guys were to go to ClickFunnels.com right now and just get the full edits this week, it's ClickFunnels Backpack and Actionetics that you guys are getting for free for the next 6 months, you have to go, if you went there, it's $297 a month. Right now, we have over 1,200 members paying that every single month. And you guys are getting that for free for the next 6 months. Okay, so this isn't a made up thing. This is real value you guys are getting when you get started today. So right now, it kind of gives you guys two choices, all right? Your first option is don't do anything and not take this leap of faith, which, as you will see here in a second, is 100% risk-free. Okay, but if you do nothing, then everything we talked about today doesn't really help you, okay? But for most of you guys, I think that you felt it, right? You felt something different. You know what this is. You know that this works. You know you want it. You know you need it. And so for you guys, the second option is just pony up a tiny little investment today compared to all the value that you're going to get in return, and just give it a shot. Just see if what I'm talking about is true, if it really works. And you will find out, like over 15,000 other entrepreneurs who are currently active inside of ClickFunnels today, that this works. Okay, but I've got a philosophy here in my company that I stand by. It says if we can't make you money, then we don't deserve yours. And I believe that. So if I can't make you money through this process, then I don't deserve your money. So what you need to do is just jump in today, go all in and try this thing out for 30 days. So that means sign up today, and if you go through this process, you can go build as many funnels as you want. You can go through all the training. You can build funnels for yourself. You can build funnels for clients. You can just test it and just see if this works for you. And if you don't like it for any reason at all, I don't care if it's 29 days, 23 hours, and 59 minutes from today, just let me know and we'll give you your money back. But if you're like most people, you're going to find out this does work. You're going to find out how this will change your life. And if that's the case, then we will continue to be friends and we'll continue to support you, hopefully for the rest of your lives. And that's really our goal. Okay, but you guys don't have to make that decision today. The only decision you got to make today is, do you think this might work? If you think it might work, then get started and try it out. And I wouldn't just dabble, like immerse yourself for the next 30 days. Go through the training, try the process, get in the community, talk to the other entrepreneurs who are just like you, who are crushing it with this. And in 30 days, make that decision if it's worth it. You don't got to make a decision today. You just got to decide, do you think it might work? If you think it might work, let's jump in and get started, because I want you guys to see this process. I want you guys to test it, try it out. And you will find out that this does work. All right, so the real question is this. is it worth gambling a few minutes of your time to just check this out, which even if it only does half of what I've claimed on today's training, will literally pay for itself the second your very first funnel is live. You guys getting this? All right, so here's one last recap of what you're gonna get. Those of you guys who get started today, you will get the 6-month enterprise account to ClickFunnels. Plus, for those who start today, we're gonna throw in Backpack and ActionX for free for 6 full months, okay? We're not gonna charge you $297 a month. Everyone else is paying. You guys get it for free. We're also gonna give you the 6-week Funnel Hacks Masterclass, Instant Traffic Hacks, Inception Secrets, our Soap Opera Seinfeld Secrets, total value of $11,552. And they got one last thing. And this one is crazy, and will go very, very fast. When we started promoting this webinar, we had close to 15,000 people register. Right now, GoToWebinars lines are completely maxed out with 1,000 people on. So there are 14,000 people who are not even to be on this today. And of the 1,000 who are on, only 50 of you guys will get this. And so if you know that this is the process and the path for your future, and you know you are excited, you know you want this, you know you need this, this bonus will push you over the edge and will get you signing up today, right now, because this will go, my guess is next 30 seconds, it'll be gone. Right now, for the first 50 people, and the first 50 people only, we're gonna give you one last crazy bonus. And this is what it is. I told you before that our ClickFunnels Enterprise members, they get in their account 70 funnels, 20,000 contacts, 100,000 monthly visitors and more. What we're gonna do, and I don't do this normally because I'm so starstruck with Robert Kiyosaki that I'm gonna go nuts for you guys. For the first 50 people who are the action takers, who move forward on an opportunity when they see it, I'm not just gonna double how many funnels in your account. We're gonna give you unlimited funnels. That means you don't create 70 or 140. You could create 1,000,000 funnels, and we're not gonna charge you anymore. Okay? We're gonna double how many content, we're not gonna double, we're gonna give you 100,000 unique contacts in your database. We're gonna we're gonna give you unlimited traffic. That means you can send 1,000,000 people a day to your funnels, and we're gonna eat that cost. Okay, try that with your existing web hosts. That would cost you on average 8 to 9 grand a week, and we will eat those costs for you. So you have unlimited traffic. As much as you wanna send, it won't cost you any more money. The next thing is my priority support guys will have your back. Then what does that mean? That means that, let's say it's 2 in the morning, you're trying to figure out something in ClickFunnels, you can't figure out how to get something integrated, message my support team. They will see that you are a Funnel Hacks member. They will see that you are one of the first 50. And a lot of times what they'll do, they'll just log into your account and do it for you. Sometimes they'll make a video, but they will have your back and they will be there to support you. The total value of this bonus is priceless. Literally, I lose money on these. And so this is not something that's gonna be for everyone, but for the first 50 people who go to clickfunnels.com/richdad right now. This is the bonus we will give you for taking action. So what does that mean? It means if you want the unlimited account, which is insane, we rarely, if ever, have done this, now is the time to take action. What you gotta do is you gotta open up a new browser, open up Google Chrome, Firefox, Internet Explorer, whatever you use, open that up in another browser, go to the top and type in clickfunnels.com/richdad. And when you do that, you're gonna see one of two things. If you already have a ClickFunnels account, you're gonna see this screen right here. It'll be like, hey man, you already have a ClickFunnels account. This is your card on file, upgrade my account now. You will click on that yellow button, it'll upgrade your account. It'll take you from wherever you're at right now, upgrade you to the enterprise level. It'll push out your billing for 6 full months. It'll unlock funnel hacks, and you guys will have instant access to everything you need today to get started. Now, if you don't have a ClickFunnels account, then the screen you're gonna see looks like this. And the first step is gonna say, hey, create your ClickFunnels account real quick. You put in your name, your email, your password, you'll create your account, and then on the next page, it'll ask for your credit card, you'll type in your credit card, you'll click on the button, then it'll upgrade your account to our enterprise level, it'll push out your billing for an entire 6 months, it'll unlock Funnel Hacks training, have access to everything that you need. So you'll see one of these two screens depending on if you're already a ClickFunnels member or not. So what you need to do right now is open up Google Chrome or Firefox, whatever Explorer you use, go in there and type in clickfunnels.com/richdad and get started right now. And I would recommend, I'm already seeing sales coming through on my other screen right here. So these first 50 are going fast right now. Now is the time. And I got one last cool thing for you guys. And unfortunately, this isn't for everyone, but we did a really special deal with PayPal. They believe in what we're doing so much. They said that they would actually finance this for people. And they said not everyone. They said you have to be a US-based customer, so that's kind of one rule. And the second one is they do a quick credit approval check on you. But the credit approval is for $1,000, so it's not that big of a deal. But what's cool about this is if you use PayPal credit, PayPal will have no payments and no interest for 6 full months. What does that mean? That means you get started today, you go into ClickFunnels, you go through all the training, you immerse yourself, you become a master at funnel building, you start building funnels for yourself, for your friends, for your business owners, you start selling things through your funnels, you start making money selling funnels, whatever you want to do. And then in 6 full months from now, then you pay PayPal back the $1,000. But you have no payment and no interest for 6 months. Okay, you don't pay a penny today, you get access to everything, and it's pretty cool. So if that is something you might want or need, just go to clickfunnels.com/richdad, and the checkout process, choose the PayPal credit, and then it'll go through PayPal credit. Okay, so now is the time, you guys, to stop listening and stop waiting. Open up another browser window. Go to clickfunnels.com/richdad. When you go there, here's one last recap of what you're gonna get. You're gonna get the 6-month enterprise account to ClickFunnels. Plus, those who get started today, we will throw in Backpack and Actionetics. You get those for free for the next 6 months. We're gonna give you access to the 6-week Funnel Hacks Masterclass, instant traffic hacks, Inception secrets, our soap opera Seinfeld secrets. Total value of $11,552. Those who move quickly, the first 50 will also get the unlimited account, and you get all of that, you guys, today for just one single payment of $997. But right now, you've got to take action. You got to stop sitting and listening and waiting for something amazing to happen. And now it's time to go, you guys. It's time to open up a browser window, go to the top, type in clickfunnels.com/richdad, and go and get started today. Now, I'm going to start taking some questions here. I've got my team answering questions through the GoToWebinar box. And so if you have questions, post them there. I'll try to either answer them live, or someone from my team will try to get it answered. If for some reason your question doesn't get answered, I don't want that to keep you guys from moving forward. Okay, we are not going anywhere. Right now, we've got 20 full-time support people that we employ to work for you guys. We're not going anywhere, so don't let a question keep you from moving forward and getting the unlimited account, because I don't want that to hold you guys back. Get the account. We will answer your questions. We are not going anywhere. So the first step is, if you have a question that doesn't get answered today, don't stress out. Just email support@clickfunnels.com, and someone from my team will answer your question. But we're gonna try to answer as many as we can here live. My team's putting together a bunch of questions. They will post here to my screen. I'll answer them with you guys, and then, like I said, my team's going to be answering questions as well. But I don't want that to keep you guys from taking action. So while we were doing Q&A, while you're waiting for your question to get answered, go lock in yourself on the unlimited account right now. They're going fast, but you got to open up another browser window, go to clickfunnels.com/richdad, and lock in your spot. Because if you don't lock in your spot, you guys, that could disappear. It might disappear in a minute from now. It might be 10 minutes from now. It might be, I have no idea. I'm going too busy. I'm going too fast now to count stats and numbers, but I know that this will go very, very quickly. And so that's kind of the first thing. So clickfunnels.com/richdad. With that said, I'm going to open up some Q&A here. So let me get a drink real quick, and then I'll open some Q&A for you guys. Okay. So my team has got questions for me. So they're going to be posting them here to my screen, and I will start going through them. So the first question, what if I already have an account? So if you already have a ClickFunnels account. So if you already have a ClickFunnels account, do not stress out. Like, we want to give you this bonus, this upgrade. So all you gotta do is go to clickfunnels.com/richdad. You see there on the screen, right? Go there, and when you do, it'll basically let you upgrade your account. So you just go and you'll say, yes, upgrade my account. And then it'll upgrade you to the enterprise level, push your billing out for a year, and you have access to everything. So you already have an account, push out your billing for 6 full months and unlock everything. So that's what you gotta do, is just, if you already have an account, go to clickfunnels.com/richdad, and you can upgrade there. Okay, what other tools do I need? The reality is, I'm giving you guys ClickFunnels, Backpack, and Actionetics, okay? We run business that does multiple millions of dollars a month, every single month, like clockwork, and the only tools we use are ClickFunnels, Backpack, and Actionetics. So you can run your entire business off of that. Now, some people have tools they like, right? Some people love Infusionsoft or MailChimp or whatever it is. And if you have other tools you love, we integrate with most of those, and so you can come and plug them in. But the reality is, you don't really need anything else to be successful. Like, we try to give you everything. I told you at the beginning, like, my goal is, if you guys are successful in 6 months from now or a year from now, it means I failed. I want you guys to be successful today, and so we try to create an offer and a package that gives you everything you need. I told Robert ahead of time, I said, look, when we do this, I'm going to create something that gives them everything. Because he's like, I don't want to, try to upsell people and do all this. Like, give them something that gives them everything to be successful. And I said, okay, we'll do that. And so that's what this package is for you guys. It covers everything. So you don't really need any other tools. Again, if you have tools you like, you can come, and most of them will integrate with us. But again, the goal of creating this was to give you guys something that you could just run with. So that's kind of what happened there. Do you have a payment plan? So we don't have a payment plan for a couple reasons. First off, when you guys go to clickfunnels.com/richdad, I told you that we're giving you a 6-month enterprise account, plus I'm giving Backpack and Actionetics. Right now, that account costs $300 a month. Like, that's what people are paying. We have 1,200 people that are paying just for that. And so it doesn't make sense for me to offer a payment plan when you're getting that for free. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not fair to our other members, and so that's why we don't do that. So we don't have a payment plan. But one thing, I had a mentor who taught me this one time. I was trying to invest in a really high coaching program, and I asked him the same question. I said, do you have a payment plan? And he said, nope, I do not finance my training. But he said, but you know who will finance it for you? I said, no, who? He said, Visa and MasterCard. I said, what do you mean? He said, well, think about this. He said, if you put it on Visa and MasterCard, and I'm going to say for $997, you put it $997 on a Visa and MasterCard. He said, what do you think your minimum monthly payments are going to be? I don't know, maybe $50 or something. He's like, yeah, that's probably about right. He said, what's going to happen is you're going to put it on Visa and MasterCard, $997, and the first month, you have 30 full days to use my system. It says, by the end of 30 days, do you think you can make at least $50 with my system? I said, yeah, I think so. He said, okay, what if you didn't? If you can't make $50, I'm curious, like, do you have $50 you can pay? Like is that going to hurt you to pay $50 from your own pocket? I said, I got $50. He said, okay, so you can pay the $50. So even if it doesn't work for the first 30 days, you pay the $50 minimum payment and you're fine. Now you got 30 more days. Now you're at 60 days. In 60 more days, the minimum monthly payment's coming up. You got to pay $50 again. He said, do you think that in 60 days of implementing my system, you can make money? It'd make at least $50. And I said, I'm sure I can. He said, okay, well, let's just say you don't. Can you afford that extra $50? I said, yes. He said, okay, so now you're $100 in. You got 30 more days. You bought yourself 30 minutes. Now you're 90 days in. He said, 90 days, you can make at least $50. I said, if I can't make at least $50 with your system in 90 days, the problem is me, not you. He said, exactly. He said, if you can make at least $50, now you're making enough to cover your minimum monthly payment, and this thing you just bought is free. And when he said that, I had this like huge aha. And so for those of you guys who are nervous about that, like, again, have Visa and MasterCard finances for you and focus on getting your minimum monthly payment covered. And as soon as you've done that, this package is free for you. So that's what I want to kind of stress. The other thing is that, for those of you guys who go to clickfunnels.com/richdad, there is the PayPal financing option where PayPal, if you qualify, will finance it for you. And then you've got no payments for 6 full months. And no payments, no interest. So that's the other option as well. So that's why we don't have an internal payment plan, but those are two kind of workarounds you can use as well. I'm in, but I can't see funnel hacks. So after you sign up, you should be inside the ClickFunnels members area. So you went to clickfunnels.com/richdad. You signed up. You're in the ClickFunnels members area. On the right-hand side, you guys see the logo here that says funnel hacks? On the right-hand side of the members area, there's a logo that says funnel hacks. It says click here to log in, I think. When you click on there, it'll take you into the funnel hacks training. It'll give you access to all the bonuses, all the training, everything else we talked about. So if you don't see that on the right-hand column, just email support@clickfunnels.com. One time out of like 100. Sometimes it's delayed to show up there or whatever. Sometimes if you already have an account, it takes a little while to show up. So if it's not there, just email support@clickfunnels.com. Do you guys see the email address there on my screen? If you email support@clickfunnels.com, they will get you in. So that's an easy one for you. Cool. If I buy, are there any upsells? So no, like I said, like we created a package based on what Robert asked us to do that gives you everything you need to be successful. So we don't have any upsells right now. I don't have anything else to sell you guys. It's stuff that you need, and it's everything. It's all the essentials. You know, a lot of people sell stuff online that are good, but there's only a few things that are essentials. Like you cannot be successful online without a ClickFunnels account. I'm convinced of it. That's why everybody is migrating to our platform. We have, like I said, over 15,000 people. I always tell them it's not a matter of if you're going to become a ClickFunnels member, it's when. And so you can go, I mean, there's a free trial. You can go to clickfunnels.com, get a free trial, and you can do that kind of thing. But like someday you will have a ClickFunnels account. But if you want this package, if you want access to the training, the software, the traffic, everything here, this is not available all the time. The unlimited account's not available all the time. If that's happening here and now, and so again, you will become a ClickFunnels member. It's not a matter of if, it's when. And now is the best time because now you get all this added value that's going to help you to be successful faster. Now I'm not sure about you, but time is worth a lot to me. If I can shave a month or 2 months or 6 months off my learning curve, I'm going to pay a lot more than $997 for that, you guys. So I'm buying you guys time by giving you all this training and everything else you don't get anywhere else. This is the only place to get that. Okay, so there you go. I'm in the top 50. Okay. I have no idea. Like sales are flying in really, really fast right now. It's kind of exciting for me. I'm kind of like trying not to jump all excited because I love this. It gets me so excited seeing people take action and being part of this. I'm getting a thumbs up from some of my team saying thumbs up. So thumbs up, I'm assuming means there's still spots open. So if you're waiting, like stop waiting. Don't let that, like the unlimited account, you guys, I can't even tell you, like I could sell that to our existing members who don't have it now for $5,000 a year or more. Like this is an insane thing that you guys are getting because of the Rich Dad organization, how much I care about them and their mission. So like, don't delay. Like, don't let, okay, I'm waiting for my question to be answered and then I'll decide if I'm going to get it. Like, just go get it. Like, I promise you guys, this is worth it. If it's not, you will see after you use it and you can refund. Let us know. We'll give you your money back. But don't let a question keep you from missing out on the unlimited account. I got a thumbs up. So they're still open. So go to clickfunnels.com/richdad and get started. Quit waiting. Like, this is all about action takers. Like, take action, start moving. And that way you guys will have no excuses and you'll have everything you need to be successful. Who hosts the pages? This is probably for the more technical guys. So ClickFunnels hosts all the pages. That means that if you can cancel your website hosting. I had 3 dedicated servers paying $2,300 a month before I started using ClickFunnels, and I saved $2,300 a month now. So you guys don't have to host anything anymore. We host all the ClickFunnels pages. We get inside of the ClickFunnels network millions of visitors a day. So I don't care how much traffic you send, how big of a product launch, it will not affect us. And so we've got the best hosting on planet Earth. So we will make sure your pages stay up. Who owns the data? So all the people coming in your funnel, that's your data. The names, the email addresses, that's all yours. So we don't touch any of that. That's all. It'd be unethical and illegal. It's all yours. That's your data. It's your customers. Can I export my pages? So by default, we don't have a button unless you export all your ClickFunnels pages, because we're not just a page builder. We're building funnels, and there's split testing. There's all these things happening. But we did set up in a way for those of you guys who like having backups. If you go to any of your pages, you can right click on them and export your pages, and it'll save that for you. And so those techie guys who that's interested in, you can do that. So there's a way to export them if you guys if you need to. Do I need WordPress now? So if you're a blogger, WordPress is great for blogging. The one thing ClickFunnels doesn't do is we're not a blog platform. So it's good for blogging, but that's about it. Everything else we do. Like if you look at my business, I have a WordPress thing where I blog, and I don't blog very often, but I have that over there on the side. It doesn't make me any money, but it's there so I can blog if I want to. Everything that makes me money are my ClickFunnels pages. And so for those of you who haven't used WordPress yet, don't, because there's no need to. But if you're already blogging, that's the value of WordPress. It's the best blogging platform in the world. Do I need an autoresponder? So no. So ActionX, which is one of the tools you guys are getting for free for the next 6 months when you go to clickfunnels.com/richdad right now. ActionX is an email and text message autoresponder. So you guys have that in your account. So you don't have to get an autoresponder. If you have one you like, maybe you're using MailChimp or Icon or some other autoresponder. If you have one you love, we integrate with almost all of them right now, so you can just plug in the one you love into it, which is cool. But if you don't have one, you don't need one. You can just use ActionX, and it won't cost you any extra money. Okay, I can't afford the $9.97 right now. Okay, so I learned this from Robert Kiyosaki. I'm sure you guys have read the Rich Dad books. And one of the first things, I was a college kid when I read his book, and I didn't have money. I didn't have anything. And I remember him talking about a concept. He said that the difference between the rich and the poor, he said that the rich or the poor will say, like, I can't afford this. He said, but the rich will say, how can I afford this? It's just a little change. It's not a lot, but it changes the whole outcome, right? You say, I can't afford this. Your brain is shut down, and you figured out you can't do it, and you stop trying. If you say, how can I afford this? All of a sudden it opens up a whole bunch of ideas. I had a young man recently who joined Funnel Hacks. He had no money at all. So he went to his dad who owned a business, and he said, hey, Dad, I will build you a funnel for $997. His dad said, what's a funnel? He says, it's the future, and I will build it for $997. His dad gave him a check for $997. He came and bought Funnel Hacks, built his dad a funnel, and now everything after that has become free. Every funnel he builds for himself, he builds it for friends, he builds them for clients, is all free. Right now we have about 200 people that we have certified inside of ClickFunnels, who ClickFunnels become a full-time business. They charge anywhere from $15,000 to $20,000 or more to build funnels. So you may say, I can't afford that right now. We'll put it on credit, learn the systems, learn the strategies, and go find someone and build a funnel for them. You'll 10x your money the first time you do it. Okay, this is like the gift that keeps on giving. There's so many ways to do it. Okay, so anyone who says I can't afford it, like it's a mindset thing. There's so many ways to afford this. When I the first coaching program I ever joined, it was $9.97, same price point. I couldn't afford it, so guess what I did? It was right after I had read Rich Dad Poor Dad, and I said, okay, I'm gonna see if he knows what he's talking about. And so I said, how can I afford this? I started thinking. And I said, okay, well, what can I do? I looked outside, I saw a whole bunch of leaves on the ground. So I drove to Home Depot, I bought a $4 rake, and I went and I started knocking door to door, and I said, hey, can I rake your leaves? And first guy said yes, and he paid me $100 to rake his leaves. Next guy said yes. I raked up 10 yards, got $1,000 within that weekend, and went and invested in the course. Okay, so there's ways to get the money, you guys. $997 is not that expensive, and if you do not have $997, you can't get to it. Like, you need this more than anybody else. Do you understand that? Like, a lot of people can afford $997, they don't need it as much. But if you can't afford that right now, like, you should be like, I'd be concerned about your situation. Like, it's time to change things. Whatever you've been doing in the past is not working. Like, you need this more than anyone. And it's time to start thinking, like, how can I afford that? What can I do different to be able to get that? Okay, find a business partner. Find somebody who can do the investing, and you do the groundwork. And I promise you guys that this process works, and you'll see that as you go through it. So again, you guys go to clickfunnels.com/richdad to get your account right now. All right, do you offer support if we get stuck? Yes, we have by far the best support team in the industry. We have over 20 people that are working around the clock to help make sure that you don't get stuck. And so anytime you get stuck, contact our support. They'll see your Funnel Hacks member and they will work hard to get a hold of you. Okay, we invest a lot back into our platform. We invest tons on the support. We spend over $250,000 a month making this program the best thing in the world. It gets better every time you log in. You're like, wow, this gets better like for me, it's like Christmas. Every time I log in, it gets better every single day. And it's because we're investing all of the profits back into this company to make it better and better for you. Okay, and so for a tiny fee of $997 for the next 6 months, you guys are getting literally $250,000 a month being built into to make your business even better, which is kind of exciting, right? So to get access to all of that and our support team and our dev team and everyone who's here to serve you guys, now is the time. Open up a browser window, go to clickfunnels.com/richdad. I'm one of the top 50. Okay, I'm gonna skip that one because if you're still waiting to be in the top 50, you are not an action taker and you need to start taking action. Can ClickFunnels do membership sites? Yes, you can do membership sites inside ClickFunnels. It's super easy. I kind of showed in the demo. It's really easy to do that. What's the difference between ClickFunnels and Lead Pages? I always feel awkward answering this one. Okay, so Lead Pages is one of our competitors. They only do landing pages. You can't move things around on the screen. You can just like edit a headline or edit a video. And I always tell people like Lead Pages is cool. It's kind of like a calculator. Like you can do addition and subtraction, and it's a calculator, right? But ClickFunnels is like having an iPhone. Like, yeah, we have a calculator app, but we do the rest of your business as well. Okay, you can run your entire business off of ClickFunnels as opposed to just creating static pages. So that's the big difference. And about the same price points, which is crazy. Do my website say ClickFunnels in the URL? So no, by default, they'll say something like yourpage.clickfunnels.com/whatever. But you can set up a custom domain really quickly, and so it hides ClickFunnels and nobody knows we even exist. So if you go to any of my websites, russellbrunson.com, .comsecrets.com, like those look like sites that were built somehow, some other way, but they're all ClickFunnels sites. So you can definitely hide the ClickFunnels in the URL. Are the pages mobile responsive? Yes, by default, every page is mobile responsive. And we're adding more and more cool things to the mobile experience. Like you can actually in the editor, you can turn things on and off. So like, you know, something might look good mobilely or might technically look, it's mobilely, it works. Maybe like you don't want this section on the mobile version, but you do want it on the live one. You can turn parts of the page on and off just by clicking a button. So it's really cool. And we're spending a lot of energy and time right now making the mobile experience even better. So yes, pages by default, all mobile responsive, they get better every single day. What was the traffic website again? Oh, you're probably asking, the traffic website is similarweb.com. That's the website I use to be able to see where our competitors are getting all their traffic from. So that's similarweb.com. All right. As these questions are coming through, you guys, I just want to remind you that now is the time to take action. When you guys get started today, you're going to get the 6-month enterprise account to ClickFunnels. Plus, for those who get started today, we're going to throw in Backpack and Action Genetics for free for 6 full months. You get the 6-week Funnel Hacks Masterclass, Instant Traffic Hacks, Inception Secrets, or Soap Opera Seinfeld Secrets, total value of $11,552. And those who make it in the top 50, you will get the unlimited account. The way you know you have the unlimited account is when you go to clickfunnels.com/richdad, you put in your credit card, you get signed up, and then in the members area, you'll see a little block on the side that says funnel numbers. And if you're not unlimited account, it'll say 70. If you have the unlimited account, it'll say 99999, and it's like 9,999,000,000, whatever that is. So technically, I guess it's not unlimited. If you get 10 billion funnels, it'll push you over the limit. So as soon as you get to 10 billion funnels, how about this? You get 10 billion funnels, I will give you a lifetime account of ClickFunnels for free, okay? But you have pretty much as unlimited as you get. So if you see the 999, a whole bunch of nines across, that means you have the unlimited account. Good questions. Does ClickFunnels integrate with Infusionsoft, Entreport, Aware? Yeah, so we have integrations with almost all the major companies out there. So if you have a favorite shopping cart or autoresponder, you can plug them into ClickFunnels. We also integrate with Zapier, which opens up like another 1,000+ integrations. So yes, we probably integrate with almost anything that you are currently using. And if not, we have an integrations team that's always adding new things as well. So just let us know if we're missing anything that you would love to have. I'm in the top 50. If you're not in the top 50, you gotta keep going. All right, how does this compare to Kajabi? So Kajabi's got this really cool membership sites, but that's kind of about it. We do integrate with Kajabi, so if you're using Kajabi, it can be a good membership site platform. If you're not, you don't really need them because we have our own membership platform as well. So, but if you're using them already, we do integrate. We have a really cool integration with them. Those guys are super cool at Kajabi. We're really good friends with them, so we did a great integration with them. So if you guys need that, that's definitely available. Can ClickFunnels do tracking? Yes, so you can plug in your Google Analytics code, your retargeting, all those kind of things. You can plug into the pages and they will just work. And you can do it like page by page or funnel wide. So it can be really easy, or you can use custom as you want as well. And will this work for my business? I always laugh when people say this. So will this work for my business? Well, if your business needs customers or leads, then this will work for your business. What ClickFunnels is about is getting leads and customers for your business. That's it. So I don't know any business that doesn't need customers or leads, but if you don't, then ClickFunnels won't work. It doesn't matter for you. But if you do need customers or leads, let me ask you, does your business or your future business need those? If so, then you need it. And I think that's kind of the last question here on my roll. And so we'll keep answering questions. I'll leave the chat box open for a little bit. My team will be answering questions. So if you have any more, let me know. But I just want to kind of restate, first off, thank you to Robert Kiyosaki and the whole Rich Dad team for allowing us to be on this webinar. I had a great time. I hope you guys had fun as well. I tried to over deliver and give you as much cool stuff as possible. We try to create a really inexpensive package that will give you guys the ability to take action and be successful with this. And so I want to kind of give one last recap of what you're going to get when you guys get started today. So, and for all the guys who got started, you already have this. You're probably digging in and having fun with it right now. But for those who are on the fence, I'm going to give you one last call to action. So when you get started today, you will get the 6-month enterprise account to ClickFunnels. Plus, for those who get started today, we're going to throw in backpack and action X for 6 months as well. We're going to give you the 6-week funnel hacks masterclass, instant traffic hacks, inception secrets, soap opera Seinfeld secrets, total value of $11,552. But you guys get this whole entire thing for one payment of $997 today. And to get that, all you gotta do is go to clickfunnels.com/richdad. And I want to stress that I said it a couple times today is just now that you guys understand this process, like it's not a matter of if you're going to use ClickFunnels or not. Okay, you're going to use it. Everyone's coming to us. We get 300 to 500 people a day who's signing up for ClickFunnels. It's not a matter of if you're going to use it. Okay, the whole industry is coming to us. It's a matter of when. And so you can go and sign up in a month from now or 6 months from now or a year from now. But if you do that, you lose out on this package. This package is only available today. It's only available here. This will disappear. And so if you're going to do it, and you know you will, like now is the most logical time. Any other time it's going to be more expensive and you lose out on most of the bonuses. And so I recommend that now is the time for you guys to get started. One of the biggest reasons why is, you know, money comes and goes, right? You're going to make this $997 back through ClickFunnels. You know, money is cool because it keeps replenishing. Like every 2 weeks we get a paycheck. It keeps coming back in. Money keeps replenishing. But the thing you cannot replenish is your time. And if you decide to wait 30 days or 60 days or 90 days, like you can do that. But man, you missed out on all what you could have accomplished during that time because you can't get that time back. It's gone forever. And so for any of you guys who are on the fence, I just want to kind of state that this stuff works. It's changed my life. It's changed my business. The Rich Dad company is using this stuff in their business now. I had a chance to go to their offices, and they're using the scripts from Inception Secrets. They're building out fun. Like everything that I do in my company, everything that they're doing in their company, the same things we're trying to give you because this stuff, it works. And for you, it's going to work. I promise you that. And if it doesn't, like I said, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. So just test this out. Like, don't take our word for it. Just go to clickfunnels.com/richdad. Go in there and try it out. Go through all the training. Immerse yourself. Understand the strategy behind what we're talking about. Go into the tool. Start building funnels. Start playing with it. And you will find out that this game that we call business is really, really fun, especially when you do it inside of ClickFunnels. And so with that said, again, I want to thank the entire Rich Dad team for allowing us to be here today. Thank you guys for showing up and being part of this. Now is the time to take action. Just go to clickfunnels.com/richdad. I'm going to mute my microphone now and try to answer some questions through the chat. So if any other questions you guys have, ask them there. And if for some reason we didn't get to your question and we're unable to get to it, just email support@clickfunnels.com. My team is there because we care about you, we love you, we support you. We will make sure your questions get answered. If you have any questions you have, go to support@clickfunnels.com. Again, thank you so much for allowing me to be here. My name is Russell Brunson, and I will talk to you guys all soon. And I will see you inside of ClickFunnels, inside of our membership community. Thanks, everybody, and we'll talk to you guys soon.